much.
Unmute mic. I still don't know why I can't hear it. I don't know what's going on. I do not know what is going on. Someone in the comments section, let me know. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Is the sound coming through? We're live on YouTube now. So everyone left the IG. So hopefully you pulled up to the... I can do is, where's the other phone? Someone in the comments, let me know. Can you hear us? It's odd.
Usually we hear that intro music.
Yeah, it's odd to not hear that.
Yes, we can. It's
okay,
clear.
Awesome.
Okay,
all right, thank you, caretaker.
We're just going to go.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, and I've got no lip or anything either. Okay, it's not the end of the world.
You can have
Calm
a little
down.
lippy break if you want. I can take control.
I know.
You know?
I'm going to have to take a break in a minute to go and take my roast potatoes out of the oven. But intro time. I'm London Jen. All one word. There are 3 N's on my Jen.
My name is Rivers LR, aka the Ambassador, aka Uncle Rivers, aka Champ #1, aka the King of South London, aka Lando Road's finest, aka Claptown King. You know, nice to meet you. You know, have a great evening. You know, come join us. It's great that you're here. You know, let's go. Let's get it popping.
Talk about it.
Need everybody else in there.
Oh,
Running
nice.
a little bit late today still, but oh man, come on. So are you. So are you.
I mean, that's just the way it goes sometimes. That is just the way it goes sometimes. It's Sunday, it's laid back. This is how it goes. Yeah, so salute, caretaker. Salute, wiretap in the building.
Come on.
Bare AKAs, all of them. So many AKAs, all the AKAs.
There's more.
There's more. Oh, lordy, lordy. Well, so last week we had started with Bizzo talking about Anarchy final coming up.
100%.
And then we talked about the battles that had been announced. I think, was there any more announced this week? I can't remember if I don't think there were, but the full card.
Was like, one more after the stream that possibly was announced.
On Monday, was it?
On Monday, I think.
Maybe. I don't even know.
Which was YD versus SURFA. So we never got to mention that on the stream.
Okay.
So now we can talk about it. I think I already kind of had an inkling that might be the one that was left.
Yeah.
So when they've dropped it, it's like, okay, cool, now we can talk about it. I didn't want to speculate in case it weren't that, but obviously.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. But now the full crazy 2-day card. No loose chat. 24th and 25th of July. FIDDLERS. The iconic.
FIDDLERS elbow.
Iconic.
It's one of them spots, bro.
One of them spots, absolutely. I'm going to have to come off of here. Danny Ashmore, go and join us on YouTube. London Jen, or one word, 3 N's on the Jen. End video. Right, because I want to pull up this. Oh, my face is ugly. I want to pull up this crazy card. Where is it actually? Can't wait to hit up the FIDDLERS again, says Troy. I've never been to FIDDLERS. Obviously, I came outside when everything got locked off.
You came outside when outside was closed.
That's it. I came outside and
the last few,
the last few, and then they were like, nah.
Got a little taste for it, and then Tuesday said, yeah, we're taking it away, Jen.
Took it away. Just took it away. Right there when, you know, just hooked me and pulled me in. So I haven't had the pleasure of seeing any of our guys do their thing in that venue, in that epic pit. So yeah, I'm super excited. There's quite a few battlers on the card that I haven't met before, some I've never connected with at all. So yeah, that's going to be exciting. There's people who, you know, I'm really looking forward to seeing again, linking up with, looking forward to doing some content. And this is all, you know, outside of actually what's going down on the stage, you know. There is so much atmosphere and vibes around this card.
I feel like on that second day, I really want to have my media hat on a little bit with Jen and be helping out with the interviews and making sure that the interviews get done, because I'm not battling that day, so it feels weird for me to just be there, not even working or doing anything. So on that day, I'll be doing my little part there, you know, for the team.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? You got to remember, like, it will be on a Sunday, so we'll be doing Sunday roast live from the event and everything, and obviously I'll be a part of that too, innit? So yeah, come holler at me. I might even pull the suit out. You never know.
Oof.
You never know. I may possibly pull the suit out. I may possibly pull the suit out.
That whistle and shit. Damn.
I'm just saying.
Damn. Big up Georgie Roots in the comments. All right, so we'll talk about Sunday in a second. We'll get to that. Because I didn't even know about shit and suit and shit.
Say we're gonna make it special, right?
For real. I'm not wearing a gown though. I do want to wear a gown, but I feel like as extra as I am, I mean, I could pull it off.
Just make your whatever you wear, just make it match my suit. You know the suit. You've seen it.
I've seen it.
You've seen it. So if you get something that goes with that, we can be the anchor team.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We can make that happen still.
If I turn up in a gown, like, it's on you though then.
Listen, you saw my suit. You've seen my suit.
A gown and some Doc Martens or something. Hey, some Jordans.
Keep as gangster as you want.
I mean. Right, so day one. Looking at the card in front of me. Day one, 24th of July. It's crazy that I'm looking at these names, this card, and it's like day one.
Start from the bottom.
Start from the bottom. Or I can't even say the bottom because I don't even feel like there is... I don't even feel like there is a bottom.
Particular order.
Looking like a strict librarian still. I don't know where your library was, but it must have been lit.
You know, like the type of library where you got a goon in the background if you don't bring this book back. Hey, fam, did he bring his book back?
Yeah, I don't even know, fam.
Wait there, fam. Let me go get the book. Yeah, this is the type of library like that, bro.
Hold on, let me do my, where's my... And do my proper librarian vibes.
Okay, here we go. And you got the red on as well. Okay, there's no games now. Just got serious. That's like when you see Lux put the grey hoodie on. Sorry. So. Yes.
Starting at the opposite of the top.
Like the stern, like the atmosphere.
I wish I thought of another name already for the bottom of the card, because I don't even want to say the bottom of the card. Starting at the beginning. There we go. Starting at the beginning. STRAPZ versus Trouble. STRAPZ versus Trouble. First battle on the card. Crazy. I think a lot of people currently are most familiar with seeing TRAPZ in the last sort of couple of years as media, and like he's doing big media, like he's very present, he's pushing the UK, he's doing battle rap, he's doing music, he's doing hosting, like he's doing big things. And I think he's been very present doing that, and it's like motherfuckers forgot about Dre. Like
yeah
I think, and he's kind of talked about, you know, being at the beginning of the card. He's talked about kind of being this, you know, being slept on, being looked at as media rather than a battler. And I think he's definitely coming in as an underdog. But I kind of feel like STRAPZ is also...
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like they're both underdogs in this battle.
Which I think gives us freedom to root for them both.
definitely. We just want the best battle here.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, the spice of this one is this. It's Barbarians versus FTW. Now, there's a different conversation that we're probably not privy to. Now, I don't know the results between them going back and forth or who said what in what battle. Remember, like, I could be battling someone in FTW and a Barbarian, and I just sent a shot at STRAPZ for no reason, not thinking it's starting down the line. I have to battle him. He might want to have to say something about what you said. So, again, there's a conversation that needs to be had here.
And there are a couple of those battles on the card as well. So I do feel like, and that's definitely added, you know, extra. That's it. That's it. Yeah, there's a lot, like with every battle.
It's one of them battles where I love both of them. So I could never choose who I want to win. I wouldn't even want to choose who I think's gonna win. Because, as I said, they both do. I said this earlier on in Phoenix Fire's podcast. I said they both do two things.
Shout out Phoenix Fire.
Salute to Phoenix Fire.
She's also got some other interviews. I saw one drop with TEMPLAR SURFA. I think she's got some more coming up. One drop with Tony earlier on. Yeah, go and check them out. Mentioned Wiretap earlier. Obviously, he's got some great interviews on the Wiretap, and he'll be hosting face-offs 10th and 17th of July. So make sure you're subscribed. Like our scene, our media is really getting behind this card and supporting. So yeah.
But yeah, so I basically said to her about the STRAPZ and Trouble battles. Like, STRAPZ is a very technical writer, one of the greatest that we've seen that have ever come from Gifted the Gab. Just hasn't had much battles. Whereas Trouble, one of the best anglers we've ever seen Gifted the Gab, he's had a few more battles. But it's like, the guy who's had more battles is the guy who started after the guy who hasn't battled as much. But the guy who hasn't battled as much has got a very strong pen game.
Yeah.
So the balance of, and then one's FTW, one's Barbarians. It's the balance. There's a lot to talk about.
They're both kind of underdogs, but I think both of them feel, so Chubb's coming in as media man now. Yeah. Feels like he needs to restamp his mark as battler. And STRAPZ feeling like maybe he hasn't accomplished, he hasn't lived up to his ability.
There's a whole new generation now. I've got to stamp my flag down here. And I think that's what it kind of is for both of them. Above them battle of each other, it's a chance for them to both stamp their flag down with this generation and say, look, this is what I'm capable of. This is what I do. Salute to Roots.
Yeah. UK media leveling up recently for sure. Yeah, not what she said. Never, ever what she said. And don't quote me. I'll lie.
I'll paraphrase.
So, second beginning of the card is SOLJITSU versus DMIZZYMAC.
Now, this is what the problem is. This whole card is a problem, but battles like this are a problem. Now, DMIZZYMAC has got that aggressive, progressive style. He's moving through. He's trying to punch. He's hitting you with hard shit. A lot of aggression. Now, to me, that always works well for me. You understand? Especially with good content. You understand? Now, I'll say this. I've seen SOLJITSU nullify that type of stuff with his kind of content that he has. You know what I mean? But there's a certain level of depth you could add to what DMIZZYMAC has that could overcome that same nullification. And if DMIZZYMAC has somehow got there, we could be surprised by DMIZZYMAC in this battle still. I know, Soldier's my guy, fucks with him. But in the time that we're in battle rap, there's a certain kind of pace and aggression that we need for this thing to really hit how it's supposed to. And I feel like he's honed his skills in the era where been able to be more like, listen, boom, and rare. Having said that, I've seen SOLJITSU on Gifted the Gab with, I think, 3 rounds where it was none of that. It was him just rapping, getting through his bars, punches, lines, wordplay, wit, I feel like if he goes into that bag and turns it up a little notch, it could be a long night for DMIZZYMAC. But DMIZZYMAC ain't battled in a long time. And he's been sitting there writing for every battle.
Facts.
And he's talking about, I'm not just going to come there with one bars. I'm no better than that.
Great impression.
It's about to be a sticky one for both sides, isn't it? But I want to see it. I think DMIZZYMAC, I don't know how he feels. He craves the person who's bloodthirsty like him. The person who wants to tear his head off. He craves that person. He knows how that's going to look in it. He wants that opponent. He hasn't been given that opponent just yet. You know what I mean? But I just feel like now we have to understand you could still be bloodthirsty no matter who your opponent is. You know what I mean? And just make that impression, then get that guy and do what you got to do, innit?
Yeah, for sure. It does definitely sound like DMIZZYMAC wants to make a statement. He wants to do it here in London.
Yeah.
So kind of, you know, looks like he's a little above it all. Not above it all, but he kind of, you know, he's gotten a little riled.
Yeah.
Only a little though. He's not sort of, you know.
He's a composed fella, but he's heard enough to make him say, oh, you don't rate my thing. All right, cool. Let me show you why you should. Which is the best position to be in when your opponent's talking and that. Yeah. Obviously, DMIZZYMAC wears his thing on his sleeve to where it's like, if he feels that way, he's going to let you know he feels that way.
Troy says, I think he'll have to be in that bag to fuck with DMIZZYMAC. DMIZZYMAC looks ready for this. I think he does, but I think SOLJITSU kind of also stays ready.
Both of them been out a little while. So you see, like when you've been out a while, you draw from your experience, and when you've got much more to draw from, it's a bit different. You know what I mean? I'm not really going to give predictions. I don't think I will at all. Maybe day before the event or something, I might do some, but I'm really not going to give. I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to talk about how I see things maybe going, but I'm not going to give definitive predictions. But I do want to hear what you think. We want to hear what you think in the comments. If you're watching this later, if you're here in the chat now, we talked about STRAPZ and TRUBZ first, and then SOLJITSU and DMIZZYMAC. Like, how do you see it? I'm gonna go and turn off my potatoes because it really is Sunday roast over here. I'm gonna slide into this little position here. You get what I'm saying? Mr. Rivers, I'm in the building. Hey, how you doing, everybody? So who we got? How do you lot think? Card to me, this to me is personally one of the craziest cards I've seen in a very, 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 very long time. You know what I mean? A lot of good matches. Sometimes you can have a battle, but it's not really a good match. You know what I mean? And I feel like we've got a lot of good matches, a lot of good opponents against good opponents. You understand? What's this now? I look forward to STRAPZ being outside again. Man, like Chairman Rivers. Come on, sir. I've just promoted you as the head of caretaking department. You understand? You earned it, sir. You earned it. So I'm looking forward to STRAPZ being outside. Yeah, man. STRAPZ is a man who I feel like it's a thing where he needed to just battle more regular and establish himself, but he's very skilled. Like, it's a shame that people haven't got to see the best of him. You know what I mean? And I believe there's a lot of battlers like that where we haven't really been able to see the best of them. Maybe there's not enough places for them to develop outside of that moment in the ring or some shit like that. But bro, STRAPZ is fire, fam. He's fire. Like, he's easily one of the top writers that came from Gift of the Gab. He just didn't get to put his stuff out, you know what I mean? We've had to promote. Yeah, we say we trade over. Yeah, we've had to promote, you know, the caretaker to the head of the caretaking department now. Oh, okay. You know, he saluted me as Chairman Rivers, you know. So, you know, once I go up, my people go up with me. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Loving the expansion.
Come on.
Loving the expansion.
Sonny, come, let's trade.
Oh, okay. We can trade again. I was going to prop. I just wanted to get my ashtray. But yeah, we can trade again. Let me just make sure I'd sent the link. Right. So where are we then? We are next up. Oh, had my first convo with this chap the other day. Giz versus Frost. Super excited after my chat with Giz. Yeah, man, super dope individual. He comes across as that. Raised my energy, kind of, you know, gave me new reasons to be excited about this. Haven't seen Giz in a long time, but when you're talking about experience, when you're talking about seasoned, when you're talking about different platforms, different stages, different crowds, different styles.
Yeah, he's done it all, bro.
Done it all.
He's done it all. Can I tell you a little story about Giz?
I beg you do.
So when I first come into battle rap, I've said to Snoop, because I knew Snoop and that before battle rapping it. So this might have been maybe 2012 or something like this, towards the end, innit? And I've said to him, he said, oh yeah, man, we want to do this battle rap thing. We'd always watch URL and stuff. We want to do this battle rap thing, man. I was like, yeah, man, sign me up. Before they've ever got a name for it, league, anything, sign me up, super duper confident. Yeah? Then times come around now, and I start getting these little messages to my BB at the time. Remember BB? BBM? Blackberry.
Oh, I didn't have a Blackberry.
You didn't have a Blackberry?
No, I was not.
Listen,
I
want everybody to hit up Jen's Cash App because she didn't have a Blackberry, everybody. It's hard times. All right, cool.
I mean, it was.
So Blackberry, you had the pin. People sent you little broadcasts to the pin. I keep getting these broadcasts saying, oh, there's a battle going on. Every time I'm getting these broadcasts, I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have to go do this because I'm starting to feel that anticipation where if you don't go, you're a pussy. So I phoned Snoop, yeah, man, line me up for a battle. This time I'm shook, but fuck it. So he's lining me up for the battle. And Snoop showed me a picture of this white guy. And the white guy was just bearded, scruffy hair, hat on, kind of chubby. He's like, we want you to battle him. I was like, what? Oh, smoke this shit, bruv. He's dumb. Like, when is it? He's like, well, in like 2 to 3 weeks. Say no more, man. I've got this. Wrote my bars, confident. Told my people, yeah, man, it's some white done, God, you got this, bro. Gone there now, spat 2 lines, and I don't know if I think I went first in it, so that's what threw me off first. I have to go first in it and kind of set the vibe. It ain't like any rapping I've ever done. Now everyone's all quiet and there's bare pressure, and it's like, oh shit. And I've rapped and I've stumbled, but I've got my shit off a little bit. I've brought shit from the third into the first, second. It was just a mess. Then this white guy goes, and he just happens to be Gizmo, champion of a fucking jump off. Battled UNANYMOUS, battled this guy, battled Pedro. I didn't know this. I thought it was just a scruffy white guy. He taught me a mean lesson. I mean, I
think there were several lessons.
Yeah.
I think you learned a few things that day.
Few lessons that day. And that to me, when people say to me, oh, Rivers, you go hard. I say, go talk to Gizmo about that. I still go back to him and say, bruv, you fucked me up.
Yeah.
He was battling my brethren one time. He said, you can't say that I'm whack either, because I still got Rivers' body parts chopped up in my freezer. Giz. Hey, shout Gizmo out still. That he's underrated because he doesn't really go here and there, but he's gone everywhere. He's just not very active like that, but there's nothing he can't do in it. He came from a different era where he never needed to write writtens. Then he got to Gift of the Gab. He's seen me go from battling him to rising up with the writtens. He said, all right, cool, let me put it together. He's had some sick battles with the writtens as well. But
so it's so dope to see him on this card, era versus era.
100.
He defines
that era.
Yeah,
he's
you know,
us.
right?
He's the era we looked up to when we came into Gap. It's like, ah, cool, we need to, you know what I'm saying? Then people like Big J came, it's like, okay, like, you know, Hulk and all of that. It's like, raw, those are the above guys that was doing it before we even started. You know what I mean?
Troy says, Giz versus Frost will be cold. I'm looking forward to it still. Facts. Giz doesn't always Giz doesn't get the props he deserves from the battle rap fans most of the time. He's fun to watch and always comes prepped. I'd say he's more than just fun to watch as well.
He's got a certain, when he's ready to go into an aggressive bag, he's a problem still. He's a beast. He's quite witty. He's quite daring as well with some of the approaches he takes. You know what I mean? He says the type of shit only Giz would say.
Yeah, a very...
Man said, yeah, and I quote, I'll put my hand up your girl's vagina and pull out your unborn minor. Now, Giz is from that era. This is what people have to understand. When he's writing, you know, like when you get an idea and you're like, I can't use that. That's the first idea for Giz, me, our generation, because we came up watching the shock horror levels of battle rap. So those are the easy ideas. And like he's one of them people that he won't mind pulling out some crazy shit. Nowadays, not as much so, but in our day, back in them days, yeah.
That's a sick bar though.
Very sick.
What was it? Girl's vagina, unborn minor.
I'll put my hand in your girl's vagina, I'll pull out your unborn minor.
All right. Last potato break, I promise.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide back in here. Where's the thing that says? Oh, hold on. Wait, I'm gonna have to figure out where it is because she's closed the page. But don't worry, we'll find it. Screenshots, I'm guessing. This will be the last one. No. There you go. Oh, that's not even our card. Hold on. Can't find the card, guys.
Oh, you can't find the card?
Yeah. You know what it is? I tried to find the card on Jen's thing here, and there was like 1,000 different cards in there. I got lost. I also saw cards from 2019. I said, "What? She got like a card file?"
As long as you didn't see my nudes, then we're good.
No, I saw all I saw.
1,895 screenshots. I have to screenshot everything. Say that again.
Would you send me to do?
I'm live, son. Yeah, I expect you to cut the chicken.
No,
yeah.
Okay with that?
Yes, I'm okay with that. He's nearly 18. All right, now I've lost the screenshots. Sorry? Okay. Right, where are we?
We was at Giz versus Frost.
Okay, yeah, Giz versus Frost. So, next up then, shit. Joker Star versus AJ Raw. Let me sit down.
Joker versus AJ Raw.
What do we think about that one?
I think.
Has Joker done any promo at all? I think I've seen him on IG Live a few times.
I just seen him. Last thing I seen from Joker was him leaving a message saying AJ Raw 3-0 or AJ Raw's gonna win or something like that. That's the last thing I heard him say still.
Okay, now I don't think he's done TRAPZ's show. I don't know, maybe he'll do Phoenix's. But yeah, he's been quiet. What's Joker normally like, sort of promo wise? I don't think there was too much promo.
I feel like Joker. So when I was battling Joker did this promo thing where he's walked to a river and that, and he's like, just at the river, there's no one there. I can't see anything. Like, it's just nothing. Which is cool, innit? Then I sent him a video back of there was like this fat guy and he couldn't swim, and they put him in the shallow end, and he was like, ah! And then I put the caption, when niggas think rivers is shallow, you know, like this. And, you know, like, yeah, 1-0 to me on the promo. Come on, I got him back. But outside of that, it was just more bants in it. It wasn't like anything funny like that. For the most part, after that, he was just quiet. He didn't say nothing more after that. You know what I mean?
So I guess funny. A man of, you know, he prefers to, or it looks, especially, well, certainly right now, it looks like he's preferring to do his work in the ring. Like, he doesn't.
I feel like all of us are on this tip now where it's like, the best thing I can do is just be the best me that I can possibly be. That's it. All that talking, I know how to talk. So what I'll do is I'll win first, and then I'll say, I told you, lot. Didn't I tell you, Snoop? I told you I was going to do it. Like, you'll hear a lot of that after the battle, innit? But before the battle, it's getting to that point now where people are trying to crack on, focusing, locking. Anyone that's out talking reckless right now, they must be super confident. 5 rounds locked. Can do it backwards and in Chinese. That's the only way.
There's a lot of reckless talk going on right now, and we're gonna do a panel show Saturday and Sunday, aren't we? So on Saturday, I think we're gonna do the new era, the newer era on the card. So the guys on the card from the newer era come and talk. Let's, you know, say whatever. But yeah, I think there's been some respect, there's been hype, there's been energy, there's been some real, you know, out there stuff as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's to be expected. Like, look at the card, look at the names on it. Like,
Yeah, of
and
course.
some of these guys are just straight on smoke all the time, aren't they? So
They are. But I just think, like battle rap, like wrestling, like promo, I feel there is an art to it. There's an art to me. There's an art to me rapping and posturing and a whole bunch of bravado around someone without me poking him up in his head and doing all this extra shit and grabbing up his clothes. There's an art to me giving you the feel that I'm in his personal space, but I'm not actually violating his personal space, innit? So like, I feel like it's the same with promo. There's a line. You have to understand, if we're keeping it within this context, which one of us, let's say vets in it, which one of us vets could complain if a man's online saying, raw, look at his numbers, rare tear tear, boom, 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 though. That's not, I can't look at it like you're trying to take the piss out of my character. You're just trying to use this as your promo, innit? It's a factual thing, innit?
Yeah.
But when you're just literally calling names and all of this stupid little idiot childish shit, it's like, I don't know about the other vets, but I only know one way to deal with that. Do you understand? So rather than that, just don't even do it. Just keep it rap. Just keep it factual. Yeah, I lost my last battle. Get onto me, bro. You lost. Cool. You're right, man. I did lose. Yeah, man. You're a loser. I was a loser in that battle for real. You know what I mean? Like, it's just straightforward. See, when you're taking it outside of that to try and call names and this, that, and the other, that don't make no sense for me. Unless, again, we're going back and forth in that moment in some type of banter and it gets to that place. Go ahead, bro. I'm not going to be online cussing someone, calling them a dickhead, and then they say, shut up, you dickhead. And I'm saying, who are you talking to? I'm not that guy. I open the door. It's fair game, innit?
Right, look, this is why I sit here, because like you're just not addressing the comments.
Oh, my
like
bad.
you're not pulling up anything on the screen. Get your secretary on. Like.
My bad. Giz what's called. Giz don't get props he deserves. Oh, yeah. Is that QP? No, it isn't. I don't sell lyrics. So that's Rivers. Georgie ain't from the sell the fight era. I'm sorry. No, he isn't, but he watches that type of battle rap as his inspiration, innit? Like, he's not at home watching Shuffle T and Marlo. He's at home watching URL. Do you understand? Man said, I ain't see much at all from my man. Yeah, like I said, me neither, but at the same time, I'm aware that he can still rap. And as long as he can rap and go up there, and he's got the experience of bare battles, is going to be like a task for someone who doesn't have the experience.
All right, I need to come here. Unblock Crash, sorry.
All right, let's
unblock Crash.
Tag out.
Crash, my bad. I'm sorry. I think I did say to you, I might need
too up with the admin still.
a reminder. Yeah, this bit I have to go. I know. I have to go to YouTube Studio. So if it looks a little bit weird, sometimes I'm staring at the screen and talking to the comments, but I can't actually see anything that's going on. But moving on to the next battle. AJ hasn't done much promo either. He did my
I heard AJ was saying that he was disgusted with his opponent. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm hearing it wrong, but I heard he was saying that he's disgusted with his opponent.
Disgusted? Do I remember that?
Was it disgusted, or was he? Did he say he deserved a better opponent?
Oh yes, that's exactly what he said.
He deserved a better
that
opponent,
is exactly what he said. I completely forgot about that. He was talking. I think that verges on disrespect. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. Whether you win or lose, I can't see Joker Star as an unworthy opponent at all. Because remember, it's like saying he's not worth you battling, but if you get given some tryout in another league to go through some tournament or something like that, you take him and Joker Star would kill him. Now, let's be real, man. Well, you could not like somebody's style, or you could not like how someone does something, but you could still respect the work they've put in and still understand that in a battle, anyone wins.
I definitely think that I think that maybe AJ's been a little complacent. I don't know what he's coming with. We haven't heard from him since the first round. Was it the second round?
So I heard through the grapevine that he had some material recently, and it's like he went to the upper room on this shit. You understand? That's what I'm hearing. So I'm expecting his shit to be fantastic, but at the same time, them kind of, you know, like that kind of rumor out there doesn't really help you well. Because man's expecting greatness now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It only serves you if you're not out here saying that my man's not a worthwhile opponent. Because then it makes it look like you're respectful of his level, and that's what you bring. But if you're saying that he's not a good opponent, now we're expecting some crazy shit.
Yeah, exactly. And I do think Joker's experience, here we are, Joker's experience in that arena, at that sort of level of the playing field, under the bright lights, big stage type thing, or in the pit, literally, you know, I do think that is going to count for a lot. I think with a lot of the more seasoned, experienced, because like we're using words like seasoned and experienced for a lot of the vets who we have seen, and for some, not all of the newer era, they're still fairly unpolished. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, or it doesn't mean that they can't, you know, get to the level that they need to. But it's just how we're talking, you know, it's just the comparisons that we're making. Crash, I believe you are unblocked.
A 19-year-old Lionel Messi, we can all see the potential that he has, but he's still unpolished. He still hasn't been in them situations where he can see that he can perform at a high level in a high risk situation or whatever. We still haven't seen that. He hasn't been tested really and truly. And once he's got through that test time and time again, we start to say, right, he's seasoned, bro. You can rely on him. And that's really what man tries to get to. I think every single one of the people that would be considered rookies, they should be thinking themselves like this. Who has my opponent beat that's better than me? That's what you need to be thinking. Who has my opponent beat that is better than me?
That's
how did you do it?
Similar point that we'll come to, I think, later down in the card. Salute Connor says those sunglasses frames though. Facts. And I know you're not talking about my blue light filter, $5.99 from Amazon Specs. It's true, there's an art to promo. You've got to learn to be concise with what you're saying, know your target audience, and know who your target audience is and why you're saying what you're saying. I feel like you read that. AJ could be silent but deadly. Yeah, absolutely. And AJ kind of, it seems to be a man of few words when it comes to the promo game. When he comes out and says a lot with, you know, a little, but he's not out constantly, you know, he's not on social media constantly, you know, what's the word, like baiting the fight or his opponent or whatever.
For the most part, he's very professional with it. He's just keeping it battle rap.
Yeah, he isn't selling the fight. To be fair, I mean, all fights need to be sold to an extent, or you know, just the promo, just getting the word out there, and it's in your best interest as a battler to, you know, promote your fights, your whatever going into it. But I think this card kind of pretty much does sell itself, and yeah, there is a way to sell a fight though, and still not give away too much. You can do it under controlled circumstances. So you don't want to do an interview, you don't want to jump on all these lives, you don't want to chat shit with everyone else or whatever. I'm not saying that everyone else is chatting shit, but you just, you know, put out your own videos. You you know, put out some tweets or whatever, just kind of stoking a bit of interest. I think this is a fair battle for AJ, to be honest. I mean, this is see, I don't even think it's correct. I think it's a little insulting almost to use words when we're talking about Joker to say this is a fair battle. When it comes to AJ, like, this is a look. This is a big step up for AJ. This is
what we got to remember, AJ. They're not even to cut uses, but for everyone downplaying the vets, yeah, Make them fuck around and get a win, and they'll be talking about the achievement that they just made. You understand? So you can't have it both ways. It can't be an achievement if you get the W, but not an achievement if you get an L. You understand?
Yeah.
And it's beginning to look like a defense mechanism now. Oh no, he's not all that anyway. So what if you lose now? Oh, he wasn't all that anyway. It don't matter if I lose to them and there. No, every single battle on this card matters.
Also, if he's not all that and you still lose, what does that say about you?
Bro, you better be telling us that he's the best in the world.
Because if he's not all that and he beats you, then
you better remind us that he's one of the greats.
Yeah. Connor says if he thinks he deserves better, he should body Joker and then get a better opponent. Joker bodied Kojay and had debatables with Rivers and Yunnan, so he's definitely a worthy opponent.
Listen, I know you say debatables, but that was an L because he choked in 2 rounds, bro. So by default, that was them 2 rounds was mine, innit? So yeah, if he got his rounds off, yeah, I hear you, innit? But that was an L for him. So.
But again, like if we look at the sort of that's why I objected to Troy's use of fair. I think worthy.
Yeah, no, but that is exactly what Colin's saying is facts, though. Like, look at the opponents he's up against.
This is it.
We can't be acting like
this is. You're talking about Kojay, Rivers, Yunnan, you know, amongst other names, you know. So, you know, there's a difference. Crash, salute, Crash, apologies. Blocked battlers matter. Hashtag blocked battlers matter. Some of the vets have looked shaky against other vets and big names, but as they are vets, they should be able to handle us no problem, right?
Yeah.
See, let's break this down into parts. Some of the vets have looked shaky against other vets and big names. Sometimes when the big dogs get together and fight, some blood is shed.
Let me tell you this though, yeah. The same goes for the youths that aren't vets. You guys have looked shaky against each other.
There you go. Sometimes
so is it a thing where you look shaky against each other and then now you're gonna get a vet and be great? I'm just saying, it's a two-sided coin, my brother.
As they are vets, they should be able to handle us no problem, right? Addressing this point, absolutely. This shouldn't be for most of the battles on the card. This shouldn't be a challenge. This is not like for most of the newer era guys. This is by far the biggest challenge that they've had in their careers. You look at their opponent and they cannot say the same. They cannot say the same. It's not at all the biggest challenge. They've had much bigger challenges. So, yeah, they should be able to handle. That's not to say you shouldn't be able to go to toe to toe or, you know, the new era can't step up or whatever, but definitely they should be able to at least hang at the very least. Crash is back. Facts. Very glad to have you back, Crash.
Fresh home.
Fresh
home. Salute to Crash, fresh home and that.
First day out freestyle coming tomorrow, loading on the channel. Connor says AJ's biggest name is that he beat FT. AJ needs to realize that I didn't read that on purpose. AJ, we don't use those names. I want to censor it out if I could. In fact, I'm just going to read it from here. AJ needs to realize that he needs to have a great performance versus Joker if he doesn't want to get eviscerated. Oh, good word. Good word.
The worst thing to do is underestimate. Yeah, that's a fact. And this is what I was saying. I would be looking at Joker Star like he was a problem. That's what I literally, when I went into the battle with Joker Star, I looked at him like he was a problem. He just had this Kojay battle where he sent Kojay's soul out the fucking stars. He was bullying him in there. Like for me, I wasn't trying to have that same look coming out of the Joker Star battle. So I would personally take this guy super duper serious.
Yeah.
I don't think that AJ isn't. You understand? But I just think you're named AJ and Joker Star's the kind of African man with Egyptian shit tattooed on his body, bro. He's going to have a field day. He's going to have a field day, bro.
And, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Yeah, it could be that AJ is sort of, you know, saying one thing publicly, but for promo, and then behind the scenes, you know, taking this very seriously, realize, you know, is a lot more sort of aware of the realities of the situation, and is just, you know, kind of doing his job as promo. Troy says, I'm a big Joker Star fan and I think he'll be AJ. I'm saying it now. Okay. Connor says, I've got Knights bias, so I'm saying debatable.
Oh shit, the Knights, you know.
Oh, that's right. We have to talk about that. Did you see them social media posts from Prem this week?
No, what are you saying? They're bringing the teams back?
I'm not so sure.
But I see some badges and shit, and you know me, bro, I'm Team Glory all day long.
We'll get to that. And like 3 times today, I was talking to Briggsy today, and I meant to say, hey, what's going on with that? Because I put some little eyes under the post, and you put some little something.
Well, I'm sure you'll get the information soon enough,
need to find out. Troy is saying, that's what I was getting at. Joker's had more experience and bigger battles than AJ has ever so far as this card goes. AJ is lucky to have someone like Joker.
Facts, bro.
Yeah, and not to say that AJ doesn't deserve the play, not to say anything like that.
It's a great test for AJ.
Absolutely.
JJ. It's a great test for him.
JJ too.
JJ too. Yeah, JJ and AJ. I think it's a great test for him because I think for him, he's kind of felt for a long time that he's deserved certain things. And this, to me, is bigger than what he probably would have thought he would deserved. And so he may not see it right now, and he may be playing it like it's not that. But if he does his history, he'll understand that there was a time where you were sitting in your house watching TV, doing nothing, minding your own business, and on YouTube, Joker Star was wigging on someone. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, he's been here, fam. You have to respect the history sometimes. So, because his style doesn't fit the kind of style that you men have these days, and doesn't mean that he's any less of a vet. That's what I'm saying. Ultimately, he's just got to go in there and win that battle. He knows how to do that.
Crash says, I'll fight a new era for fun. A vet, I'll make him bleed. Okay.
I hear you, Crash. What
does Tech say? Sounds good. All
I'll say for Crash is this year, one step at a time, son. One step at a time.
Hashtag fresh home. Like you're fresh home.
Yeah, you're fresh home.
One step at a time.
Fresh home. You still got the scrap with UNAN to go and deal with. You know what I mean? One thing at a time, my brother.
Right, for real.
We want to see you do well there.
We do. Flute beat music. His promo gonna get him killed. Okay, shout out to you, Flute. This is a great point. AJ. I imagine so.
Okay.
I imagine so. And this is a great point. Yeah, Flute. Are you talking about promo? Salute, Techie. I just mentioned your phrase, and there you are. Let me get down to that. Flute, tell me if you mean AJ, and let's kind of touch on this point as well. The Techie wants to jump on. Should we open up the stream?
Yeah. Bring him in.
Yeah, Flute, who do you mean? No, Connor, he doesn't have to wear a shirt. It's cool.
Hey, listen, Connor, I'm with you. Hashtag shirts on.
I mean, I don't mind. I'm open to it, and if
hashtag
you know,
shirts on.
No,
listen,
do you know what? Do you know what?
Change chairman in a second.
Tangent, slight tangent. Yeah, in fact, I'm not even going to say that, but I'm with the shirts now. I'm with the shirtless.
Are you sitting here trying to blame that spiking the numbers on Tech taking the shirt? Is this what we're doing now?
Actually, do you know what? You can actually check, I think. I'm sure there's somewhere you can check for spikes in numbers, and there may well be
a spike still.
I mean, look, if it brings more women into battle rap, then I'm all here for it.
Listen, women are going, yeah, the men are going, yeah.
Yo. I like that.
Oh no, hold on. Stop. We can't hear you. 1 minute. All right. This is a problem. I don't know what's going on and why I can't hear. Oh, I probably have to. I know why I can't. Silly Billy.
Come on, Jen.
What's good?
There we go. We lit. Now you were good. Yeah. God, look at the professionalism. Look at the media training.
Come on.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Evening, fellas. How's it going?
Hello.
Oh, flute beat music. Salute.
Oh, this is Joker. Okay.
Big up yourself.
Salute to Joker.
Salute to you, Joker.
What did he say first?
So he said, promo. His promo gonna get killed. Penn State in the building. All right. So Joker was saying his promo gonna get him killed. And the point that I wanted to raise, and I guess you two can talk, you can speak to this because you're on this card. Rivers, you can perhaps also speak to this. But Crash is in the comments as well. So you can certainly speak to this. Riling up your opponent, perhaps trying to psychologically get in their mind, trying to win the fight before the battle, the line between, you know, attack, respect, disrespect, no props, like all of that. Talk about battlers, talk about how potentially, you know, some new era. We got Joker in the comments, we got Rivers here, the vet site. How does that impact?
I think it's a good move to a degree, depending on who your opponent is, and depending on your ability as well. I can't. Yeah, that's how.
I think there's a fine line between motivating your opponent to come correct and give you a classic battle, and then just disrespecting someone for the sake of disrespecting someone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you'll see good sportsmen and the actual athletes in this sport will say the things that they can actually back with some evidence, you know what I'm saying, instead of just an inflammatory opinion. Whereas someone who's just there to poke the bear is just going to say, yeah, this guy's trash, he's going to die or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
You know what it is? It's because I feel like
bear with one second, because I never stopped the stream to introduce, but you guys are roast family. Never had Joker on roast before in the building.
Yes,
Salute. I don't think we've never had Joker on before, have we?
We had Jokes.
Man looks like Get Out 2 run.
Let me keep
Your
it.
thing is blacked out, mad, bro.
Let me keep it moving and ask you, man, a question. Yeah.
Go on.
This is my question now. Say like before the battle, you do some promo, yeah, and you're getting onto your opponent, and your opponent comes to the battle, and because of the promo now, he's kind of thrown off, so he doesn't give a good performance. He's shaky, he's stumbling, he has a little mad choke and that, and you win the battle. You're clean in that. Would you still feel good about that W?
No.
On this card, no. In general, I don't think it would. Isn't that not that maybe it's not the aim?
There's lots of ways to win a fight. So
it's a different ways. Psyching out your opponent. You're thinking there's I've seen certain battles where I think we've all seen certain battles. There was a battle with, I can't remember who Ace was battling, but he basically painted a narrative on a face-off that he was going to say something, and then he didn't say it. And it kind of, when his opponent spat the material about something that no one knew about, Ace was like, bro, I wasn't even going to talk about it. Do you know what I mean? So it does work on certain ways.
Yeah, it's how creative you do it. But me, I get the feeling like, say for example, I say something that throws off Tech, and I battle Tech, and Tech's not at his best. I will never feel like I actually beat Tech.
This is the thing. I would never feel comfortable or happy with any win unless my opponent is the best version of themselves on that day. It's just it's not worth it.
Yeah, 100.
Okay.
100.
But then on the flip side of that coin, you can fuck around and say something that turns your opponent up to a next notch, to where it's like, right, it was about to come light, but now you've spoken, said what you've said.
This is my point about trying to sell a fight but remain respectful. You know what I'm saying? Trying to motivate your opponent while still like being able to actually be truthful.
Can you not hear me? Yeah?
I was just about to ask you. Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Joker?
Me?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah. I can hear you, lot, man. What's going?
Talk to this point. His promo's gonna get him killed.
Yeah, man. It's like there's a, you have to understand there's a certain amount of respect you have to carry on my name, man. I smoke niggas.
Talk your shit, bro.
I don't like the disrespect coming from, there's a majority of people talking their disrespect, man. And it's only true because I'm busy working, like real life. I ain't had time to touch in, you know what I mean? But I just pulled up in my motor. I thought, let me hear what London Jen, the Sunday Roast, is saying. And I hear my name again going on.
Joker, I'm sorry to interrupt you, bro, because I'm actually one of them people who have been a little bit outspoken myself personally on recent performances. Me stacking used to up. I think that AJ is what is able to maybe steal it off of you. Do you feel as though, obviously, you come in here saying like there's a certain level of respect that you need to carry on your name, and that's that's 100%.
It's the thing is like, okay, it's clear you lot don't know who he has to deal with.
Okay.
And Rivers has kind of slightly told you who he has to deal with.
100%, bro. Yeah. So is that the Joker that we're gonna get?
You have to understand who's talking now. It's not the jokey joke, funny guy. My name is Joker, but best believe, like, listen, I ain't playing around with Rude Boy.
Good. I like to hear that, man.
With him. And for all you guys there thinking you're gonna have certain performances, good luck to you. You know what I mean? But your boy's in trouble, man.
Okay.
Your boy's in trouble. So stand behind him and support him if you want.
That's how you're meant to feel, though, isn't it? But that's how you're meant to feel.
I guarantee you lot standing behind him, you're gonna feel the same pain he's gonna feel, man. I do this, man. I tell you, man. Rivers will tell you. Rivers got the win. Hands up, man. You know what I mean? Never made no excuses losing to Rivers. I was going through some life shit. I'll never put that on the reason he won. In my eyes, he won fair and square. But Rivers will never disrespect my name because he knows what was going on in there. It was a war going on in there.
It's different when you stand. Yeah, it's different. I'm sure not that I've ever spoken with anyone, but it's different when
he's dealing with someone with 2 decades of.
Are you reception, bro?
You're cutting out a bit, Joker.
It's not. It don't feel like. Yeah, you know what? Let me go upstairs. I'll log back in on my computer. I'll put some headphones in. Yeah, just mute me. I'll go upstairs. Yeah.
I'll drop you down.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you. I'll drop you down.
Yeah.
And then and bring you back up. Yeah. So you're still there. Yeah.
So, can I quickly raise a point? Do you think that this man that we're seeing now on this live stream, that version of Joker, that hunger and that actual like sense of fuck no, actually you man need to be taught a lesson. Do you think that would have been the case right now if we weren't talking the way that we were talking? If the promo game weren't there for
I was literally about to ask Joker, and I think Joker can still hear. I was going to ask 2 questions. Is it, number one, just the general disrespect or the general energy and direction of the newer era, or is it specifically what AJ said about I'm disgusted
I think he said the way he comes across, it's not just what AJ said, it's more of what we've just said. We've done things saying who we think we're gonna win.
That is a great point, and which is why this, it's always an interesting question. Where is that line? And I do think, especially with this card, that energy is needed because of.
See, this is the thing, Jen. Really, I think my guy should be coming here and saying, "Thank you so much, thank you guys, thank you."
I need.
All right, when I bring when I bring Joker up, we can talk about that. Let me just mention Connor makes another great point here. Georgie's been promoting shit a load more for Tony than any other new era apart from Crash, and I've got those two with the closest battles of the whole event. It can't be coincidental.
Yeah. Crash
says, but if the promo works, it makes the battle more exciting. Was that Ace battling Jims? It definitely wasn't Jims. It was one of the Ultimate Madness battles.
No, it wasn't Jims. It was
one of the Ultimate Madness battles. I smoke niggas. Joker Star 2021. Troy says, bro, if you've never been in the room to see a Joker battle live, you're in for a treat.
This is what this is like. You see what you just said there.
Gang.
This is the thing that I'm talking about. Joker Star looks one way on camera, but another way standing in front of him or watching him stand in front of a guy.
Yeah.
And I ain't seen AJ stand in front of something like that. Regardless of bars and all this type of shit, I'm just talking about standing in front of them.
Yeah.
Now, what I've been hearing on the grapevine about AJ, I'm very excited to see what he does because I'm hearing good things.
I think he's gonna come out with Dumbledore or something. I don't know, man.
You see them grapevines there, yeah? You see them grapevines there?
Harry quickly in a chat, no loose chat in the build.
Grapevines, they some bare poison fruit, fam. I'm telling you, you best watch them grapevines there, bro, because
no more.
We could, I don't know, man. People can hype shit that don't deserve it sometimes. You get me? So let's see.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
No, but you know,
they haven't seen enough of AJ yet. Still,
what I was hearing was more like the elevation in the level from where he was to where he is now in the new material. So,
you know what it is with AJ. I've known AJ for a long time. Yeah, he's one of those brothers. Yeah, that at first I feel like he found it very hard to take critique, and then recently, probably like within the last year, he's taken a lot on board. And then like on his No Flop tryout, I was very like impressed compared to the No Loose version of him. And even the No Loose chat version, that AJ was still fire. Do you know what I mean? So I can't wait. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he could have won. He could have won that battle against KAPPZ. I wouldn't have been mad if he won that battle.
Yeah.
It was tight.
And it was a style clash as well.
Pretty much,
yeah.
Definitely a style clash.
Connor says,
I just like AJ's pen, man. I'm not gonna lie.
if AJ killed, will his career recover? Yeah, I think his career will absolutely recover. Yeah, absolutely.
Like all AJ has to do is just be good in this battle, and that's it. Doesn't matter about the result for him. But I think Joker Stars is much more experienced. He'll learn a lot in this battle.
No, he is.
I think he'll learn a lot still for the type of style he has.
You not hearing me, yeah?
Yeah,
we got you, bro.
Paris says if AJ, we can hear you. Can you hear us? Yeah.
Yeah. And you're right. I think he will learn a lot, man. He will learn a lot, and
Paris says
I don't want to give too much away of what he'll learn, but all you guys are in a great position to learn a thing or two. As much as you guys think maybe you're the finished article or as good as you feel you are, exactly you're only going to get better.
That's exactly what we're there for, man. That's why we're going to go with you, man. Georgie,
you're going up against one of the original killers of this thing, and you're going up against TALI. I don't know if you've seen TALI work close, but he's going to teach you a few things without saying a lot to you. You know what I mean? You're just going to see how he moves, how he talks, the angles he takes. You know what I mean? Talking to you off angle. You know what I mean? There's going to be so many little bits of science going on. You know what I mean? Just you're in a privileged position, man. You know?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I respect that still. It's very true, but at the same time, you lot are gonna see as well, bro. We're the ones that's got this thing popping recently, bro. We're the ones that brought the defibrillator back, and we're the ones that got everybody hyped, and we're the ones that during COVID, even though you don't want to call it COVID, we're the ones that got it to this. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and
from both ends.
Joker, did you hear what Georgie said?
Big respect for that.
Yeah,
but what you're also going to see is that there's a level above fighting amongst your friends. Like you dealing with killers. You're not dealing with spars. We don't know you like that. So in a sense, that should tell you, like, you know, you're gonna feel and hear some shit that you ain't felt before, man. Certain men know how to make that room shake, man. We got bodies in that room. Rivers has got bodies in that room. I lie, Rivers.
Big facts, bro.
Only got bodies in that room, man.
Okay,
I
John,
don't know Tally.
One second. Let me just quickly interject. Tech. 1 second, Jog. I had this question, yeah, just before you left. Just after you left, right? Because I rate this energy from you so much, bro. And I'm wondering if you would have been carrying the same motivation and the same energy to teach us, man, a lesson and to actually school us, man, like this with this much hunger. Had we not been saying so much shit about the old era and maybe putting that disrespect on that class that came before us, would you, man, be as motivated to battle us and to actually teach us that lesson?
I can't talk for everyone else, man, because everyone moves a bit different. Oh, let me just plug in the phone before it cuts up. But for me, type in my name and go have a look, man. So there should be a way to talk to me nice, man. I got history in this thing. Like, if you don't know to talk to me nice, then it's a problem that he's creating for himself. As good as AJ thinks he is, he's all right. You don't know a lot. Out of you lot, he's probably less seasoned because he ain't mastered nothing yet. You know what I mean?
Okay. Isn't that
in turn about using you mans for motivation? There's motivation, and then there's sometimes you're not being realistic in what's in front of you, man.
I hear you.
You know?
I hear you.
There's being realistic, and there's, you know, you don't poke the bear too much, man. I've seen these people embarrass people. You know what I mean? I've seen certain people on the card bring people to tears. I mean, it's a different. Our generation is a different kind of generation, man.
Savage.
Like my generation, they weren't really barring too much. The people before I came in, everyone was mum jokes, kind of little racist jokes here and there. And then as more man them came, you saw the progression get pushed towards what you man are doing now. So you have to understand you're dealing with people that laid the blueprint. And just because they're older doesn't mean they get worse. You don't get worse with age doing this. You get more seasons, and you know how to go straight to the point. You know what I mean? I know I see Techie, you battled Hulk, yeah? So people don't really give Hulk the respect he deserves, but Hulk is another one. Like he's got better with time. You know what I mean? You should have learned a few things, just as Georgie would have learned a few things from Bobby. Yeah.
Facts, straight facts, bro.
Yeah, man. Like this is all we're only at the position we're at through learning experiences. Like I can't sit here and say that Rivers didn't teach me a thing or two and I didn't teach him a thing or two.
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
I've learned from Villain, I've learned from Dialect, I've learned from Tony, I've learned from Locksmith, I've learned from people like even watching Quill, Lunacy, O'Shea.
Do you think there's anything that you can learn from this battle against AJ? Do you think you're going to learn anything at all in that ring?
Of course, because he's insistent that he's going to be resilient and stand there and take it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people can take it.
Not a
lot of people can take it, man. So we'll see. We'll point and prod and see what level he can get to, man. Because he's insistent that his aggression is all that he needs. And it's not just aggression, man. It's not just aggression. There was a time when I wanted I wanted Rivers to up his aggression because Rivers has a lot in his locker, but like, you know, he didn't have that dynamic aggression. You know what I mean? He's using his voice and using his kind of movement and presence to kind of get people off their game, man. And now he does that now. So Rivers is a problem. Like, but MOAK, I like MOAK. He's very good, man. Like, he's very technical. You can see like but there's just certain things that you guys ain't developed yet. And
all right, let's keep moving up the card. Let's keep moving up the card. We're gonna get to next on the card, Villain versus iKid. And let me have a look at some of these comments. If AJ had battled Jester, I'd be a lot more hyped for this, not gonna lie. Rivers is gonna teach MOAK a lot. I think there may be a whole lesson plan written. We ain't heard from Quack since the Rivers battle, that's all I'm saying. Troy says Quack battle plenty after the Rivers battle. But he does music, he's doing fine. Paris is saying Joker raps for real, which is a disadvantage for AJ. The seasoning isn't like Mummy's good yet. You get me? This is what I'm saying when we're talking about the words that we're using, the seasoning. You know, the seasoning. Mummy's good. You know, it's not there yet.
But you gotta know from our MOAK battle that the season, it can come raw and unseasoned sometimes. You get me?
Georgie,
Unseasoned.
Georgie, you stole some unseasoning, bro. You stole some unseasoning, bro. Yeah, me. No try.
How did you get all that all purpose?
It's just salt and pepper out here, bro. It's just salt and pepper out here, fam.
Yeah, man, you can't go wrong with the old school salt and pepper, man. Get me?
Tropical salt, bro.
What a tropical salt.
Himalayan pink salt. You get me? What are you saying?
What are we saying about Villain versus iKid?
A close one, isn't it? I think close one.
I feel like iKid's gonna come quite well. He always does, to be honest with you. We haven't really seen a really good villain in a little while though. Like, battled on Prem, and he wasn't the greatest, if I remember correctly.
I think what Villain has in his advantage is the room. Villain's been in that pit set. Villain's barked in them fucking environments before. Villain's been in FIDDLERS before. You know what I'm saying? Like, iKid, I don't know if he's had that same.
iKid's done some work in there, but I think with Villain, I more feel like there's a villain that we all want him to bring out of himself, and we know
he always think he's gonna do it, and he doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. For the last couple times,
he always acts like he's gonna do it, and it's not that villain. It's not the one that we want. It's that half-hearted one.
I'm trying to. You see that first round verse rap to the second time around.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Villain with 3 rounds of those, man. I'm gonna get him 3 rounds of those, man.
That villain is sticky for anyone.
He's one of the best. He's one of the best, mate. Like, he's on one.
Technically, I could cut right like him. Technically, nobody really can. But at the same time, it's just, can he get that delivery that makes us feel it? Because I can not say much, but he gives you a certain feeling to what he's saying.
Grittiness and emotion.
Yeah, when Villain goes off and he's small whiling, you know, when he starts whiling out.
Yeah, he's passionate.
You see this small guy whiling like he's 6'7", like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's what we need.
That's what we need. I'm telling you. I feel like this will probably be, if he's gonna show out, I'm hoping this will be the place, innit? Because I feel like Prem is still a bit hard to show out. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Prem's a bit more like it's a bit
favoritism.
Yeah, man. More who's your friends and that sometimes a bit like, I don't know, man.
Politics and that.
Prem is a little bit different, man, because they have an agenda that they work with, especially with the team thing, man. Like, they wanted it to end a certain way, and they made it by.
I feel like your team got robbed in the second season, bro, man. Like, Joker's team was on course to basically whitewashing the thing in it, and right near the end, they just collapsed the whole thing down to it's like, all right, nobody wins. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So it was a bit mad still. Like it was a bit mad still.
I don't know, bro. But see, this is the thing, yeah. We can't keep getting stuck in and like putting the magnifying glass on previous era and previous histories and stuff like that. We are so far into the upward curve now. We are like a fucking train that ain't stopping, bro. And the more we try and look back and keep talking about all of them things there that happen, fuck all that now, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
and you know what I want to say? You know what I want to say? Yeah, I want you guys to understand, yeah, how important this card is, yeah, because there ain't been a big event in London for 2, maybe 3 years,
bro.
And
listen. We probably understand more than you understand it, bro.
Hear me out, because we understand. Because we ain't seen a card like this. A lie, Rivers.
No.
2-day event.
With Roots. I beg. Wait, please. Roots. When me and Roots on an event, we spoke and we said names of who we would want to battle, bro. And I said TALI. And Tony and Roots said Tony. This was like nearly 2 years ago to get it. And now, do you understand? So I feel like we, and I'm not sure about, I can't speak for my whole era, but me and Roots take it serious, bro.
We know the value of this.
We do know. We know what's going on. We're not here thinking, oh yeah, it's just gonna be a no, bro.
I'm not even talking about you individually, man.
Yeah, okay.
I'm talking about this is for we set the pace in the South. You understand? You have to understand that, man. Like the Northern leagues, they do it where they stick together because they're from the North, innit, or they're from a certain manner. Like we set the pace, we set the pressure, we have the stars down here. We have the talent pool down here. To have a 2-day event with, mate, it's been a while, man. Like, I've been waiting for this kind of, you don't understand. I've been waiting for this kind of card for a decade, bro. For a decade, bro.
It's history of background.
I've been waiting for this kind of card for a decade. William's been waiting for this kind of card for 8 years.
What's you lot's
Rivers
final?
been waiting for this card for half a decade. You understand?
The whole career, bro. The whole career, bro. This magnitude, the whole career, bro.
This is just a big thing for you, yeah. This is legacy stuff for us, man. This is a big look for you guys. This is cement of legacy for us. You understand? You're gonna hear and feel certain. You might have seen Rivers perform live before. It's the different Rivers you're gonna see. It's a different villain you're gonna see. Might be a different Tony you're gonna see. It's gonna be a WILLZY you ain't seen before. SOLJITSU we ain't seen before. Because we would run in with the right thing, and you know, certain men feel they want certain opportunities. This is our opportunity, man. This is legacy cementment right here, man. You know what I mean? It's a big deal for us.
Getting back to Villain, that's interesting because there's not that's not a new era versus that.
Yeah, but kind of though, but not really, because Ike is not really a new era, but he's a younger era than Villain's era.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah.
They don't come in necessarily
on some rookie kind of
yeah. Tech, Georgie, AJ, Crash.
Well, so what you lot got? What you lot got as a result? Ike Villain, like how were you lot calling it?
If it's the villain that we hope for, then I feel like it'll be a very good battle. It'll probably be debatable, if not more lenient towards villain. But if it's that villain that we've seen too many times, then I'm giving it to Ike. That's me personally. Do you know what I mean? I'm just going off villain's previous, like most recent things, innit?
What about you, Joker?
I always back my boy, man. I have to back Villain, man. It's biased. But if I'm honest, if I go with them both at their level,
Yeah.
Villain's a different kettle, man. Villain's a different kettle, man. I've seen the boy make people cry.
Yeah. Alright, Georgie, I'll finish with you in it. What's your view on it?
Yeah, 2-1 Akid. I just think it means a bit more to Akid. And I don't know, bro. Like, track record is a thing, innit? But I'm hoping, like, let's put it. Let me be real, yeah. Akid can't ride like Villain, and if we get 3 rounds of 100% Villain, then Villain is gonna like wash that battle, in my opinion. But I don't think we've seen 3 rounds of the best Villain in a long time, and that's what gives it to Akid for me.
Okay.
Paris is saying Ikid 2-1. Connor says, do you think Villain has battled anyone like Ikid before? Same with Ikid battling someone like Villain. Things like this potentially that just make it, more interesting. Ikid has battled on all types of stages. He knows what to do. If Villain is prepared and doesn't choke, this will be a dope battle. I guess with Villain as well, that is a great point. Preparation factor. Villain hasn't necessarily lived up to his ability in recent performances.
But this has been booked for a long time, and I personally think Villain is definitely going to take the preparation serious on this one here now. Literally.
Connor says if Ikid brings a performance like he did versus Uno, he could win. Boy, I mean, last big event in London was Shotty versus John, and that was a hell of a long time ago. To be fair, I haven't seen new people come along for a long time. You want to be the best, like Tech and Roots do. A lot of these, I think a lot of these guys are super hungry. I don't know necessarily the level of hunger that some of the previous eras came in at because I wasn't here, but I know these guys are fucking starving. Yeah, for real.
Can I be honest? I feel like they had more obstacles. They had a lot more obstacles because when we were speaking to STRAPZ the other day, there was a lot more obstacles that they've not faced than we had.
No,
a lot more. And they had a lot more, and they had other motives. They were like trying to represent Gab by going to Don't Flop and trying to get the Don't Flop guys. Do you know what I mean? They had other missions other than being hungry. They were hungry for other things. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, we had to like bridge the gap to be able to even. You see, like how now it's like, oh, you can go Gab, you can go Prem Bounce. There's a time where he's one or the other. Like there was guys that was coming from Don't Flop, and then was telling them you're not coming back on Don't Flop if you got long gap. Like there was all types of mad politics going on in our era, innit? So when we see you, man, it's like a feeling of like, wow, look how far this shit's come. You understand? It wasn't like this. It wasn't like this.
Connor says, Ikid with a 30. I'll buy you man a drink at the next event we're all at if Ikid loses a round.
Oh, shit.
Connor, save the files. Screenshots all round.
I'm dying.
I'll come back to your other question. Yeah, Paris says Ikid 2-1. I'll come back to your other question. But I do want to, there's so much on this card, and we're halfway through the first day and we're an hour and a half in. Just the first day. Next up, Rivers versus MOAK.
I mean, we don't have to go through this one. We could go to the next.
I don't want to talk about it.
Say that again. You don't have to give a prediction. You don't have to give, because I haven't given predictions for anything, but I definitely want to talk about each.
I think this is gonna be a sick one, man. On the day.
Crazy.
Both good energy.
This is definitely one that
it's gonna be very competitive, man. You know, represent for the new guys. You know what I mean? And Rivers for his era, he's probably the top guy for his era. So yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a very, very good conversation.
I feel like Rivers is just like, you know, that type of, I can take off my jacket.
You know what?
I can take off my shoes.
I think Rivers is.
Let me get
If
comfy.
it was to
I feel like
ready now.
because you know what it is, because of Prem, you have to cater too much, and I feel like obviously last time Rivers was on Prem, he catered too much, or he thought he had to. He didn't have to, and he went there and he catered too much. So I see now, I know that it's like, You ever see that old school Dragon Ball Z where he takes off the jacket and the jacket was weight?
No,
No.
didn't see the old school Dragon Ball Z tech. No.
Come on, you know what I'm saying? Because
Us man
the
watch
thing is heavy and that man
documentaries.
is comfy.
Us man watch documentaries, not cartoons, fam.
That's what man did on the road, bro. I'd go home, do road, come home, watch Dragon Ball Z. That was my life. I'm
Connor
sorry
said
if I
MOAK
can't
is another one who hasn't been promoting much. Yeah, no facts. MOAK hasn't
That's
done.
because MOAK is scared for his rascal at life, bro. What are you talking about?
I feel like he's gonna come and say something. He's gonna come and say some shit, but I don't know, man. I don't
I
feel
would
like.
definitely like to hear from MOAK. I'm sure, you know, we're going to hear from everybody at the face-off. Yeah, I'd definitely like to hear from him before the face-off. But he's been quiet with the promo, and who knows why? Troy
I think
says
he's just locking in. That's what I think.
I mean, it could be that as
I
well.
think he's locking in. That's usually what it is. If a man's just offline and all of this, he's locking in, bro. He's putting his shit together.
Yeah.
But you know, like the further you go in battle rap, the more you have to kind of balance life and prepping and writing and all that. The more life things happen, the less time you get to write. So you got to stretch it out. You ain't got time to be on the internet. So I'm just guessing, you know, he's putting that classic material.
Look at the diplomacy.
You know what I mean?
So the diplomacy. What didn't someone
Classic.
call you? What they call you? Chairman, ambassador. Back to the
ambassador.
ambassadorship.
Yeah.
I got Rivers too.
Yeah, there's various reasons why MOAK could be quiet. I guess he knows. But either way, definitely there is so much anticipation for this one. Another one that's regularly mentioned of the night. Definitely, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a war. Yeah, we're looking forward to this one. Are we going to move on? What's everyone saying in the comments? You ain't seen no Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, Troy's says I got Rivers. I like MOAK, but Rivers is the man. Yeah, that one. I guess we just have to see.
I ain't never seen no Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
for fuck's sake.
I mean,
even I've seen Dragon Ball Z, man. Shit.
Yeah.
Gohan, Goku, Vegeta, them man. They come on, man.
Oh, is that who they are?
Yeah, that's Dragon
That's
Ball
not
Z.
Tekken.
I'm dying.
That's not Tekken. All right.
She said
Next up. So the co-main event. Sorry, I didn't even give that.
Hey, don't worry
battle,
about it. Don't worry about it. We got bigger fish to fry. Get to it.
So co-main event: Rivers versus MOAK and Tony D versus Georgie Roots. Another one. Energy high. Definitely talking about. Expected to be a real dogfight. Battle of the night potential.
Can I be
Paris
controversial?
says Rivers 2-1 with a possible 30. Ooh.
Can I be controversial?
Go on. Ooh.
I got Georgie Roots.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you for why. Because I think when I speak to Tony says, yeah, man, 90 seconds, man. You don't need no more than 90 seconds in a round. Rare. Now, I believe Tony may underestimate all what my man brings to the table. Now I've said that, I may have negated the idea and he could have heard this and said, you know what, I'm going to add more to my round. But as I feel right now, I got Georgie.
I do remember him saying that.
I'm saying it with my chest. I got Georgie Roots versus Tony D.
Okay, that is a controversial opinion, bit of a hot take there. Again, I'm not giving predictions, but I would think this is. I mean, every time I guess this battle comes up, you know that Tony quote. If I come with 3 rounds, I don't lose.
I don't know if Tony's gonna come with 3 rounds
and 3 90 second. You know, if it's 3 90-second rounds as well.
I don't think he's gonna come with 3.
I don't think he's gonna underestimate Georgie. I think definitely. Georgie is the one of the newer era who's made the most noise and probably had the biggest impact on and off the battlefield. I think he's had sort of, been co-signed by the biggest names. There's a lot of pressure going into this, but yeah, this is one that is perhaps more more it's seen as maybe more competitive, even though it is Tony. Not to take anything away, but just in the sense of where Georgie's stock is at right now. Someone's
You got the echo,
stopped
yeah?
me. Yeah, kryptonite. Yeah, but you know, the energy surrounding Georgie, the level, the sort of, you know, you've got a humble confidence. You're not disrespectful. You pay respect. You're very self-assured of what you can do and what you're going to do and what you've got to prove. The opportunity, you know, the task is the challenge. But you seem like, you know, you're relishing that. So I think that does build. It does build in your favor as to shit. Georgie can take this. We've just seen the Bobby Roots battle. You know, one of the most debatable battles of the. Did I say Bobby Roots?
Yeah.
Bobby slash Roots. That's enough.
Okay, Bobby Roots. I meant Bobby Rex, but yeah, we've seen that.
We could have let that one slide secretly.
I didn't even realize. Normally, when I fuck up words, I just fuck them up completely. It doesn't make sense. So, but yeah, we've just seen that, and that was one of the most debatable battles of the tournament. With, you know, what people are calling the best Bobby Rex they've seen either ever or in a very long time. Super focused, super determined. So, you know, going into this one, you can see why there's so much hype and excitement.
I think like if Tony does that thing where Tony brings free, if he just says, "Right, you know what? Let me show what time it is," and I bring 3 rounds, then it's gonna go how it goes. Where the vet does what the vet does. Georgie has a great showing, and it is what it is, isn't it? But I for some reason, I'm getting the feeling that WILLZY's gonna drop the ball, and Tony's gonna give us maybe 1, maybe 2 crazy or nice rounds. And then maybe there was going to be a shaky third or something like this, where it got to the point where it's just like, oh, I couldn't be bothered to prep no more, man. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just get that feeling, innit? And that's not in me slighting Georgie and saying that's the only way you can win, because a shit guy can't beat Tony that's on a bad day. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes.
I hear you, Rivers, but people said that when he battled Stocks. People said that when he battled Raptor. You know what I mean? I think when not even when he's back against the wall, but when he cares about something and he rates someone and he wants to do something, man, he don't really slack, man.
Even the shot battle, like, so that's a kind of a good example, because you know, like that's debatable, right? I think that's seen as so
is it 1 rounder?
I don't think so. Is it? If it is, it's a lot of material. Is it a 1 rounder?
No, it's not 1 rounder.
I don't know.
You know,
no, that's free.
Yeah, this battle is like representative of the journey so far, right? And I've had the ego and the ability, and I've put in the work to let the ability try to match the ego and really stake claim as the guide for the new crop. Yeah. This, to me, it's not about ego anymore. I've earned the plate. That's as far as my ego got me. I earned Tony. Fucking hell, bro. I'm not coming there to now try and say I'm better than Tony D, or I'm gonna beat Tony D, or whatever it is. I'm there to give UK battle rap the battle that it deserves from this card, from the co-main event, from the rookie who has been making the most noise over the past 2 years, to the guy who has been there as a pillar of this community and this sport as a Rushmore. Like, if we're talking about the UK Mount Rushmore, Tony D is like the second face on it, bruv, for me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give this scene the battle that it deserves, and I'm trying to be the best me. And you know what also I love about this here? Tony D is probably the most intelligent man I've ever stood in front of, and I want to flex that side of me as well, and I want to spit maybe 1 or 2 bars that only Tony fucking understands in that room, and I just want to gain the respect of that giant, and I want to go toe to toe with him in it, and that's my only objective. That's my only goal. You already know how I do that. I have the energy, I have the elevation, I have the projection, the cadence, I have the intelligence, I have the pen, I have all of these facets to my kid. You know what I'm saying? I have all of that. You know how I'm going to deliver that. That's the objective for me. So I don't need to come on here and talk all this crud. Oh, I'm gonna take his head off. I don't know any of that to be true. I'm hoping to God that we get 3 of the best Tony rounds ever, and that this is like a fucking nose to nose race. You know what I'm saying, for the whole thing. Like really, either of us, if the other one has a bad day, could absolutely outclass the other one. You know what I'm saying? My job is to make sure that I don't have that bad day, and that's what it's all about for me.
Yeah.
So
That's it.
Connor says, if you had asked me before the Bobby battle, I would have said 3-0 Tony. If Georgie has 3 rounds like his third versus Bobby, he's got this. Paris says, Georgie is definitely one of those battlers that comes with all the smoky talks, very good execution, performance, and bars are up there. I don't know why the mic is all the way over there. And
Paris, that's a big compliment for me, man. Thank you. You're a fucking legend, and that means an absolute lot, man. Your opinion is definitely a considered and intelligent one, and that means a lot. Thank you very much. For real.
Big up Paris. Connor says, if both have 3 rounds at their best with no fuck ups, UK battle of the year.
I can't argue with Crumpet.
That's what we're trying to aim for, yeah. I just had the first battle of the year with Bobby, yeah. Give me the second one right now. That's all I want. Give me the second one right now. So
listen, we got to see Georgie in one of these compilations after this next battle with Tony or something, man. Come on.
Fucking hell.
I'm gonna get there.
All right, so are we, Joker, do you want to say anything about this, Techie?
I got roots in it. It's me in it. Steak shit.
Yeah, man. I think at the end of it, it's gonna be like good looks for Georgie, man. Like I think he's earned his spot. He carries himself well. He backs his talk with putting money on the line. You know, he speaks well. He's on every league representing. Everyone's interested in him. So yeah, man. I don't know who's gonna get it. I don't know who's gonna win. But like he said, I just want to see something. I just want to see a good war, man, between them.
That is enough for me, bro. For you to be able to sit there and say, I don't know who's gonna win it. That is fucking crazy for me, bro. So that's enough, man. That's it. If I can come and do something like that, then yo, let's go. Let's go.
All right. So moving on to day 2, Sunday, 25th of July at the Fiddler's Elbow. Tickets are available. Go and check Nolu's chat's bio. I'm literally just about to drop the ticket link in the description to this video. So if you're watching later on YouTube, stop, hit the like, and then hit the description box and the comment section where the link will be. Because if you haven't got a ticket yet, you don't have much time. These tickets will sell out very soon, and when they sell out, they're gone. People keep saying it, and like people will be sad. People will be screw-faced at the door and can't get in. And no one wants that. So get your
window, guys. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm gonna sign out still. I'm hella tired still until 1 a.m. and that shit still. I'm gonna sign up still.
Do you want to just mention something? Oh no, we won't do your battle. Go do what you're doing. Hope you've had
love for having me though, Jen, every time.
No,
you
of course, always.
Salute, brother.
All right, see you later. Thanks for jumping on.
Every time.
All right, then we'll start again at the beginning of the day two, Sunday. Starting at the beginning of the card, we have got KAPPZ versus Black T. What do we think about this one? Black T gonna be fire.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's energy to it, bro. That battle's got energy to it. Them two guys.
That's the key word. Energy is definitely the key word for this one, though.
Yeah, when you think about their performance styles, you know, their creativity, their, like you said, their energy. We haven't seen Black T over at the No Loose chat stage. This is obviously KAPPZ's home. So not only is it era versus era, it's like you're coming to my house. I'm about to take you to school, like Joker said. I'm sure there will be, you know, KAPPZ is going to try and give some lessons. These are the rules to my house.
But Black T he's a very, very confident brother. You understand? So
Absolutely.
he's the type of man that comes to the house.
Yeah, Black T, yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Mhm.
Like, you know, like how
I
this
think
is
I've
caps
seen
out.
him,
Black T's the
I
type
think-
of guy who can come and put his shoes on your couch in your house. You understand? So he's gonna definitely be trying.
This might be a close one as well, man. This
I
might
think
be a
so.
close one. There's
I think
certain
so.
parts of Black T's game, like he's got it, man. Like
Yeah,
he's got it. Like maybe the timing or the cadence. I can remember him because he battled MOAK, right? On there, yeah.
Yeah. He's definitely got that.
Yeah, there's something about him I can remember, man, because I've watched that battle before. Like I think that one will be a good one, man. That one will be a good one.
And he's definitely comfortable on the stage, like you said.
Yeah,
you know, he's a
model, innit? So
performer.
he's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
confident all round.
for sure. What do the comments have about that one? Jen's always cooking for like 268 hours. Yeah, right. I got the food and now ran out to go and eat 3 roast potatoes dipped them in gravy and come back. Connor says I'm a head out as well. Salute to you for joining. Class stream as always. Salute, Crumpet. Good luck for the rest of you, man. Your respective battles. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, get your tickets. They are selling out fast. Troy has his for sure. Next up, WILLZY versus ENIGMA. You mentioned WILLZY earlier. I think you said.
I said ENIGMA 2-1.
ENIGMA 2-1. You can see.
You know why? Because I feel like I know WILLZY will probably come with this round that is out of this world, and I just think after that he's just not really going to care. You understand? If he does win, he's going to give away a round. He will either give away 1 or 2 rounds. Right now, it's feeling like he's going to give away 1.5 rounds. So I think he's probably going to lose 2-1, literally, because I've seen him do it with a new guy. He does enough. He gets his oohs, he gets his ahs, and then, yeah, it's your turn now. I mean, so we'll see how it goes, innit? Like, again, I want everybody to get good performances so that the debate is ongoing. Oh, I think WILLZY won. No, I want it to be like that. I don't want nobody to drop the ball, but I'm just basing it on experience.
Are you going against most of the vets because you still see them as competition, Rivers?
I Joker, you're a smart guy, you know. You're a very smart guy. If you've noticed,
we'll say nothing more.
I haven't battled these guys yet. Still. I haven't battled none of these guys yet. Still,
that's an astute observation.
ENIGMA 2.
Paris
WILLZY's a dangerous one, man. Like,
no, he's dangerous still.
But then I've seen ENIGMA live, and I know he knows how to shake that room as well. Like,
definitely.
So
you know what I think
the attributes are quite similar. You get me?
I think ENIGMA's so unorthodox, yeah, that WILLZY will come and try and clown him. And he might take that round. He might have that big banging round, you know what I'm saying? But the way ENIGMA approaches things, it's like you can't really clown his style and make the crowd think any different of him anyway. That's what he projects, you know what I'm saying? That's his character. That's what he leans on. But he's also got this heavy fucking haymaker that just comes out and like knocks everybody off their feet a little bit, you know what I'm saying? WILLZY is great. He's got his own bag as well, you know what I'm saying? He's comfortable there. He knows what to do. But is he motivated enough to give us 3 rounds? Like, that's what I'm kind of on the same page as Rivers here. I think he's gonna have one crazy round that's just full of the punches and full of the fucking like
everything.
And yeah.
I guess to kind of compound the, the wondering, he said he's going to have 2 rounds in a freestyle.
He said that already.
He said he said that on TRAPZ's interview, didn't he? He was thinking about, I think, coming there. I don't know how serious he was. I don't know how much that was promo. I don't know.
I'll have a word. I'll
Yeah,
change
please.
that. I'll have a
Hey,
word with him.
folks, please, bro, have a word with him and let him know that we need him on.
No,
Like,
I've sent a few voice notes to him, man. He knows the deal. I told
I
him
will be.
it's his legacy, man. Don't play with your legacy. Been telling Villain that for years as well, man. You playing with it, man.
That's a great point there, Joker.
This ain't the day to play with your legacy, man.
Yeah.
So,
because these, especially the newer era guys, or anyone in the the newer guys in general, the younger era, are going to be looking for that kill on their resume, or looking for that win, or even a debatable. They're all coming hard. You know, a lot of them don't have to win; they just have to, you know, push that envelope. But I'm gonna be asking.
This is what they got to understand, man. The pressure ain't on you to win. The pressure's on them to hang. Can you hang, man?
Yeah.
Can you hang? You can hang. The doors are open for you, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I fully agree.
You ain't gonna do nothing else but hang, man. The pressure's on the older guys to flip in, you know.
Bring it.
We'll start looking at you a bit differently. Well, you know, you dominate, you know what I mean? Like, it's a legacy thing, man. Like, even a lot of people's predictions is one-sided towards the vets, and it ain't gonna be that on a day, man. The majority of them are gonna be fights, you know. And all you guys got to do is not crumble, man. That's it. Hang in there to the end, man. To be rocky, because that room is gonna make some noise, man. Because the legends are back home. So just hang in there, mate. That's some advice I'll give you.
I'm getting goosebumps. I just, you know, I'm gonna have to find some time to edit up bits of this, because there's a certain time where Joker's talking and Georgie is talking where I can hear the music in the background. I said to you, like, I feel like I should play the national anthem or something. Like, you know, when you can just hear the strings, you can hear the horns, like.
That's epic talk.
Epic talk. That's it. For real. Epic talk.
You know what? I've not spoke to Georgie much. I've met him once, man, but I like how he carries himself, man.
No, a joke.
So I make time for him to tell him how to navigate this thing, man.
But I feel a little bit like I'm a little bit tail in between my legs right now, because I've been talking a little bit smoking it, and actually chopping it up with you and chatting to you here, bro. You're clearly quite a very intelligent and respectful, wise person who knows this sport.
Because you know what? Talk to smoke, man. It's cool, because I'm one of the people that people are looking to set the example in there. People ain't saying it, but I know what this is, mate. I know what this is.
Yeah, bro.
I know what my, you know, I know what the people like Rivers are looking for from me. Tony's looking for me. Tony called me an energy thief. I saw that. Tony, are you crazy? You're gonna scare these people. The way he's talking about me. He's seen it.
I made the point the other day, and I think it was the tech talking about, like, you know, half of these men are coming for a link up. You know, they just want to see their old, you know, the guys they've been seeing for years. They haven't seen them for a minute. They're coming. They're not coming for a battle. They're coming for a link up. And I said, you know, do you really think
that's
guys,
right? We're coming to link
up and lose? Like, do you think you want to get slapped around by the COVID crop? And then,
like,
and I'm using that word derogatory. I'm not saying that I would say that, but you know, you're not going to stand there and.
No, it is a link up. He's right. It is a link up, but it's also a walk down memory lane. Say, yo, Tony, look what I'm gonna do here. You know what I mean? Jitsu. Remember that time you did? Yeah, I'm gonna remake that. Like, we put pressure on ourselves to turn up, man. You get me? It's a weird one. Like I said, we've been waiting for this kind of card for a decade, mate. We can come back as the elders and the legends. When we started, there was no one you can aim for. There
I
was
love
no
this,
one.
I didn't think you
We
man
are
were taking
the
it
Dons
like
now.
this, bro.
Oh,
We are the
right.
Dons.
Oh,
So from
mate.
now on, we are the Dons now. This is why it's legacy. You know what I mean? We are the Dons. Yeah?
Good shit, Joker. Good
Yeah,
shit.
man. We are our time, man. It's everyone's time. You get
See,
me?
you know,
Battle rap
if
for a minute in the South. Them Northern man gonna wanna have to start coming down here to take our energy like they did before. Start wanting to come down here again, mate. London is open, bro.
Yeah.
Talk, Joker.
Let's
London
go,
is
bro. It's
open,
back.
facts,
London's
for
back,
real.
bro.
They wanna come down here because the crowds here ain't biased.
Nope.
They ain't biased, man. They'll boo and cheer their own. You get me?
That's
It's a
it.
fair
That's
crowd.
it.
That
I
is
mean,
If
we all
you're
know
saying
that.
you're saying some shit, doesn't matter, you know, where you're from,
Yeah.
who you are, like, yeah, they're gonna fuck with it.
Yeah. It's called fire, mate. Like, you know, we ain't looking at it like you little mans. We looking at you. Come and fight, man. We want to fight. Are you gonna stand there and take it, or are you gonna throw some licks? Shake hands up, like have a drink, and talk about it. So you might have to take licks, but just don't drop down, bro.
Stay on your feet, bro.
Trust.
Yeah.
Keep up.
Yeah,
Keep
But
up.
I ain't never
Fight
been knocked
back.
down yet. I ain't never been
Fight
knocked
back.
down yet. Not once.
yeah, bro. But
Well,
carry
get
on
knocked
talking
out,
your
make
smoke,
it
man.
back up.
It's fine. Keep talking your smoke. It's fine, man. You're just gonna get your boy killed, man. That's it, man. I'll be honest with you, man. It's not gonna, you know. Usually, I'm ready by now, and shit gets stale. I ain't ready. I've been
Bro,
working.
this is me now. Fuck that.
I ain't ready.
Fuck all that. I ain't ready either.
I'm
I'm
not
not
ready.
a single stale bar.
I'm ready.
Trust.
I'm not ready, but I'm ready
Say,
because I know what has to be done.
let's go.
Harry says, talk that shit, Joker.
He created it like that because from when the trailer drops, they sent the WhatsApp. They just said answer these questions. So I answer the questions, and then he's talking greens.
That's what
And then
he
he,
did.
I wasn't it. You made your bed. You're gonna lie in it, man. It's a deathbed, man. You might not rap again. I'm not even gonna lie. I have previous. You might retire.
I got previous.
I got previous, man.
I do.
Anyway.
And on that same note, I want to give
AJ, if you're watching this, man, don't worry, bro. You're gonna win, man. 3-0, man. I've been writing that online, man. AJ, you got this, man. Don't worry, man. You be all right. 3-0, AJ.
look at the encouragement and support. I love it. Yeah, I want to just say as well, you know, if so obviously they've made all this noise, you lot are disrespected and all of that, and if that does bring the best out of you guys and they stand up and hang, like, then they need their flowers, you know, for you know, creating
for them.
that energy, that fight. Like, a lot of that fight is created by them big mouths, so they kind of have to make sure that they back it as well. Like, you can't have all that bark and then there's no bite, but if the bite backs up all that talk, like, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be so crazy.
You go see people elevate like they've never elevated before. If someone should happen to have a great day, it's going to be some elevation that night.
Well, one of the newest comers on the card, or one of the most inexperienced in terms of numbers of battles, stage, opponents, all the rest of it, is the next battle on the card, NOBI versus BRACEY, or BRACEY versus NOBI. What do we think about this one?
I got BRACEY.
Haven't heard much from either of them either. I think NOBI's done some lives, hasn't he? I think I've seen him jump on some lives. I think was he on roast last week? I don't even know when last week was.
No, he was on Penn State. He was on Penn State.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, he's done some promo. I haven't seen or heard anything from BRACEY at all.
You know what? You lot was in the building for BRACEY versus Messi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that BRACEY there was URL stage worthy, man. that
But that was only
poise.
one round, though.
Yeah,
I ain't never seen
yeah.
a 3-round
I've
race.
never done a one rounder. I've never done a run rounder, so I don't know what it's like. But
I just think
Nobi
it's
is good as
easier.
well, man. Nobi is good as well. Nobi just needs to not go on a weird tangent where he's gonna lose the room and do another anime scheme where it's fire for him, but people don't really watch certain things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he has the potential to win that. But then again, Bracey has the potential to nullify all of that, because that last performance was
Yeah,
it was perfect.
It was electric.
It's perfect.
it was. I don't know that I would say perfect. I would say it was a great Bracey.
It was clean. It was funny. It had punches. It had haymakers. It had everything. The timing was good. The pacing. It was aggressive. In a one round.
I think the second half of it was better than the first, if I'm remembering. I think it did lack a little maybe structure or something. I'm thinking maybe I'm misremembering that, but yeah, one round obviously is different. One round over 3, you kind of have to, you know, put a lot into story and structure and strategy. Far more in a 3-round back and forth than in a, you know, 1-rounder. But yeah, Nobi, I think this is one. Nobi hasn't been on big stages. He hasn't been in front of big crowds. He hasn't had much experience outside of the process tournament, outside of, you know, battling in lockdown. This is going to be a very, very different experience. I think Bracey is definitely far more comfortable in that environment, and definitely by far, you know, the more experienced, the more seasoned, that is going to, you know, or will play a part. It's I think Nobi here has got a lot to. He's proved that he can deliver on that small stage against, you know, his class. But now we've got to see how do you, and this is what these sort of battles are for. We've given you a challenge. Let's see how you rise to it. It's not an insurmountable challenge. It's not like he can't hang. It's not like he can't go to do, but we got to see you do it. And that's what this play is for. And this one could, one of them, this could really be one of those ones. The energy, like, again, performance, like you was talking about, you know, Joker, in terms of Bracey, humor, the comedy, the kind of haymaker. I think Nobi does some similar things. I think he's far less polished. He's far less polished, and he's got a lot to kind of, he's got a big level up. But I think we're going to be in for a really fun, energetic battle.
I was going to say energetic will probably be the key word for this one here. Still, I could imagine. I could imagine this battle would be hilarious as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. But I agree. No long anime tangents. Definitely not. I don't think that's gonna.
I'll be going outside to smoke.
Do that.
Yeah, and I would imagine Bracey's gonna have, or it would, anyone battling Nobi is probably gonna have a really dope. Why do you do so much anime? Couple lines or something, you know, something which takes the sting even further out of that.
He's be in the house, he watching anime, and cool. I get you still like, something. I could see it.
Next up on the card, what do the comments feel about that? Nobi needs to not eat food mid-round. I mean,
The fuck?
Yeah, that was a bit odd. Didn't translate.
He's just hungry, man.
Yeah.
He's just hungry.
SURFA versus YD is next on the day 2, Sunday, 24th of July, era versus era card. What do we think about this one? Another one, similarly, where YD has no experience outside of the process at all, other than in terms of, you know, what he's done as an artist. But in terms of battle career, his first battle was at the process. I think he had two fights, and obviously a KAPPZ that for whatever, you know, unfortunate reasons wasn't prepared on the day. It wasn't a fight. He kind of stood there in front of it. It wasn't a test. There was no crowd. It was a really odd battle, if you like. When you've only got 3 and that's a third of your experience, it's not a lot.
Lackluster is the word that comes to mind.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, there's what can you do in that situation? There's not much of a crowd. You know, you already know your opponent doesn't have his material locked in. It was I think it was the only battle of the day. Like it was kind of every sort of it wasn't a big platform you know, it's not this. And he's done the other 2 process rounds. Great vibe, great atmospheres in those buildings, dope crowd, all the rest of it. But Joker, you know, Rivers, you've been in both. You know, you were there for process. You've been in FIDDLERS. You know that pit.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's something, you know, you can both speak to when we're talking about this.
Yeah.
How do we see this?
I've heard he's good though. Yeah, I've heard he's quite good, man.
Yeah,
he is nice.
He's nice.
Yeah, he's nice. He's got a lot of potential. He's got a lot of potential for someone who is so new. He's so he really does try and study the game. He certainly looks at all the game tapes, you know.
He progresses. It's made a lot of progression in a small amount of time.
Yeah.
That's what it is with him. It's like from battle to battle, round to round, he just, you know, improving, doing new things very well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's
ideas of the notion of he's just coming to try and hang with SURFA. I don't think I think he knows what his job is, and that's exactly what he's going to try and do on the platform, and that's it really. I think we all know that SURFA kind of takes this one comfy.
Yeah.
In that
Is this a 3-round?
Against it is, yeah.
Okay. Because SURFA don't usually do 3 rounds, man.
But this is what
that might open up the door, mate, because SURFA just want to do 1 round surf, you know what I mean? And that limits you to, you know, you got to kind of know when you're prep, what's your strongest, what you have in the middle, where to place certain haymakers, where to place like certain narration, you know what I mean? Like,
cool vet.
The only other 3-rounder I seen with him was with Tony. You get me?
Didn't go too well.
Nah, didn't go too well for him, man. But I haven't seen. I'm gonna go watch some YD now. You get me? Because I missed the Tech and YD at the process final, man. But I keep hearing good things about YD and Surfer, man. So you would say Surfer's got this, like Georgie said, man. I mean,
yeah, this is a similar one as well, where YD, you know, three battles in, is it 3? Yeah. It's not 4, is it? It's 3 battles in, and Surfer, although he doesn't have, you know, high number of battles, the high level of opponents, you know, and maybe, yes, you can say 1-rounders, but you know, made a big impact being on big stages in front of big crowds. So yeah, I think, you know, you kind of summed this up, but you know, YD is a bit of an unknown quantity going into this. You give someone like YD this step up, this is sort of the converse to this that I was saying the other day. Yes, it's the challenge. Yes, it's a big step up. But when you give someone that level of opponent that they've never had to write for before, you may get a level of material that they've never had to pull out before because they never had the challenge. So, you know, maybe this, like you said, YD has continued to elevate.
This could be the battle that makes him break through the ceiling, basically, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, all it takes is someone is willing to do like trial and error during their battles. All it takes is for a few set processes that they've tried to click, man. And that's it, man. Like if he's willing to fall on his face with the trial and error, you gotta rate that, man.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be quite the style clash as well, which could determine as to how debatable YD could potentially make it. I think they're going to be both doing very different things.
SURFA can't come for 3 rounds with different creative ways of telling you he's going to stab you. Otherwise, YD has definitely got this all day, surely. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Do you know how?
Do you know how work in a 1 round? That will work in a 1 round.
In a 1 round that you can do that, but in 3 rounds, it's like, okay, you've said that you're gonna stab him. Now this guy's talking about space. He's talking about breaking your arm. He's talking about your last battles. Like, what the?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a bit weird. I don't know. I have to see it. I can't even call it. I'd have to actually watch the battle before I could even call it.
Well, yeah, we'll have to see. We'll move on to the next 2. Are you two?
Just before you move on, I'm gonna dip myself.
I was just about to ask, are you two called to stage? You want to jump off? It's super late now.
But yeah. I'm gonna be, bro. I feel I'm gonna do a little writing before I hit there. So yeah, that's me right now. This is motivated little. So
yeah, I'm gonna stay for about another 10 minutes or so. Then.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay, it was a pleasure to actually chop it up with you, bro. And we'll link up at some point.
Definitely. No worries, Geezer. We'll catch up. We'll catch up on the 24th.
Thank you for having me as usual, man.
Love always. This is family. You know, pull up anytime. Yeah, speak to you soon, Georgie. Take care. Yes. Okay. So, moving on to the 2 co-main events of the night, we've got Yunan versus Crash. Don't know if Crash is still in the comments. If he's just been quiet. I know it's not like Crash to be in the comments and be quiet.
Yeah, he's busy somewhere.
Not with hashtag block battlers matter and everything movement. Yeah. Oh, it's his first day back.
Oh,
yeah, he's fresh home. He's with the wifey.
Yeah,
he's with wifey. Fresh home. Yeah, for real. Yeah, so Yunan versus Crash, if we're talking about energy and smoke and, you know, potential disrespecting of the vets pre-battle. I mean, what do we have to say about Crash? Crash has definitely brought a lot of smoke for Yunan. He said a lot about Yunan, about himself and what he's going to do to Yunan in this battle. He said, what did he say the other day? He said, I see it going 2-1, but I'd take a 30. I'd take a gentleman's 30, he said.
Yeah.
So he's confident. He's confident about what he's going to do. And he sounds very confident. He, like I said, he said a lot. Yunan, you know, kind of been more measured. I think he gave Crash some props, but you know, he's just sort of, you know, I'm just gonna come there and do what everyone's expecting me to do because I'm fucking Yunan and he's Crash.
It's got to a point though with their situation where, you know, like what you were saying earlier on Joker Star, where it's like you keep on poking the bear. I feel like it's got to a situation like that with Unanimous where Crash has said things and posted things, and I think Unanimous might have started with a certain kind of energy, but I feel like that energy has changed now. So
which is great, you know. Well, I say which is great, but you know,
what can you say to Yunan that hasn't been said to Yunan? The dude's been battling since he was 17, man. What age is he coming up to now? 29?
Yeah,
he's a hardened motherfucker, man. As much as people give him grief, man, he's not a little boy no more. You know how to carry himself, man.
I was just trying to. Sorry, Joker, go on.
Go on.
No, go on.
Go on.
Finish your point. Sorry, finish your point.
Yeah, I mean, Crash need to stop poking that bear, man, because Yunan has got levels to him. He might lose to certain man them, but he's got a level to him that you have to respect, man. Like, he's a little shit, but the boy can rap, and he's aggressive, and he knows how to take people on a journey with him. You know what I mean? He's dangerous with a crowd. He's dangerous with no crowd. He can rap. He's got cadence. So if Crash just think, it's like people just think they get loudness confused with performance and pointing with performance. It's a lot different. It's not just that, man. It's not just that. I don't want to give people's games, like game tapes, away too much on here, because they either got to pay or they got to learn it for themselves. But Unanimous is he's seasoned, man. He's seasoned, but then I can't talk about Crash being a newcomer, because he's not new either. Crash ain't new, is he?
Okay, so this kind of speaks to that point. He's definitely not new. He's had some battles over here in England, but he's more established sort of in the Welsh scene, which is a very different space to, you know, what sort of more organized over here to an extent. To an extent. I think also this is one where we're talking about, you know, you're talking about more seasoned, far more seasoned. When we look at Unanimous's opponents, when we look at the stages he's been on, he's the champ. We haven't even mentioned that yet. You know, he's the current champ.
He's battled everybody, man. He's battled everybody. He's been involved in every era.
So
he's bodied people. He's been bodied. Like,
think about this
kind of people are dangerous, man.
Has probably battled 80% of the considered vets on this card.
You know,
everybody's trusted with Union, man, and he's still here.
This is not a challenge.
You got to respect that, man. So I hope Crash is going into it not thinking he's gonna wash him.
I would say so. Yunan has the advantage where you mentioned, you know, Yunan does have so many battles, so many sort of direct attacks against him. What can you say to him? Yunan has the opposite. Not many people have seen too many of Crash's battles. There's an awful lot that you could potentially say to him.
Build the
however, I wanted to, you know, I was trying to think of a battle where someone has battled an awful lot, had 100 things said to them, and still managed to lose quite badly. And I was thinking, and I'm not making a comparison, but the first thing that popped in my head was Danny Myers, who's battled more than Danny Myers, who's had more personal direct attacks and sort of angles taken against him, and Real Sick, you know, obviously Danny, you know, wasn't prepared and all of that, but Real Sick attacked him with fresh material, or he did angles. He attacked those angles in a very fresh way. So it's still, you know, the same similar material, and he did some other things as well. So sometimes that creativity can be brought out. And I think this is a huge opportunity for Crash to answer all of the critics. I'm sure he's very much aware of the level of hype he's given himself, the level of expectation he's created for himself. Yeah. And I'm sure, you know, he's going to do everything that's in him to rise to the challenge and do what he says, 2-1, possible 30. You know, I'm sure he
you know what? You're right, you know, because I also have to remember in that room, it's going to be a brand new crowd. It's going to be mixed up with fans who span from a decade and a brand new crowd. So, like, the material's going to be fresh. Either way, whether I've heard it the last 10 years, it doesn't matter. Like on that day, yeah, man, if Crash executes his game plan properly, like one thing I would say is, like, I have seen Yunan buckle when someone has the room going crazy. You know? That's my stomach again. Yeah,
we won't keep you too much longer. And that's also a relevant point to make in that Sick and Danny Myers battle. Did some of sixth aggression? Did some of his attack, did some of his direct material, the personal stuff, kind of affect Danny's ability to, you know, get his shit off?
Yeah.
It does. It does. Man.
Troy says Crash started in 2013. He just wasn't visible in England until 2018. Paris says, remember, it's not new versus old. It's about which era of battle rap you came up in. They are from different eras. This is something which for some people has proved such a controversial point. Are Unan and Crash the same era? I think there's a whole blog dedicated to the subject. I asked.
Unan's been here since 2011, 2010.
I think he said 2009 to me as well the other day as his first on-cam battle. I asked him.
Unan was battling before I was battling, man. I came into 2010. Unan was 2009.
I asked him the question, can you please clear up? Is your opponent the same era as you? No, blatantly, you know. And we've mentioned that. I think we've made the point with so many of these battles or with quite a few of these battles, it's not necessarily the newer class, it's just a different era, and that's the fight. You're carrying your era on your back. You're trying to be, you know, stand up for your era and show why you man are the shit. Originally on Prime Cut, it was going to be me and Unanimous versus Crash and Jake. So Crash realistically has been prepping for this moment for years. So he's not coming to fuck around. He knows what he has to do. Crash is definitely, I think Crash realizes the magnitude. I don't think at all he's taking Unanimous lightly. I would hope not. I would really hope not. He's got no reason to. No. He's got no reason to, no matter what he might say. But yeah, I think, you know, another one that just could be one of them ones. A lot of people talking about it. Moving on to the co-main event. If you want to tell us in the comments how you think that one will go. TALI versus Tech. The league owner, the landlord versus the process champ. How do we see this going? This is another one where a lot has been said.
Do you want to get yours out of the way first, Rivs? You got any message for TALI?
Oh, fuck it up. No, do you know what it is? I'm not even gonna play that game with TALI. But you know what it is? TALI's just dangerous. He's dangerous for anyone whenever he comes back. Whether he's battled yesterday, whether he battled last month, he's always dangerous. Do you understand? So, like, what I've been saying to all the vets is, for them, this battle's not even about your opponent. It's about you doing your job well. You can worry about all the other shit afterwards. Just do your job well. And I feel like that's where it is with taking this. Just do your job well. You understand? And if you come out of it as the person that took the L, but you did your job well, that will get you further than if you didn't do your job well. You understand? Regardless of the result. You understand? So that's it. TALI's a vet. He knows what to do in there. TALI.
He's a unique anomaly because he does so many things wrong, but he does it so right, man. Like, mate, live, he's horrible, mate. Yeah, he's horrible, man. And I hope Techie is ready. Like, I did try and give him some pointers, man, but he's horrible to stand in front of, man, because he's at your front, he's at your side. Then, you know, a shoulder bump's coming. Then your foot's been stepped on. He's turned and his hand is lictured. He plays the dirty game well, man. And he's got bars and some haymakers. But, yeah, man. It's going to be a nice learning curve for them, man.
100%.
It's going to be a big old learning for Techie, that one. You know, but he seems very confident in himself, man. And you can't knock a man for having confidence in his skill set, man. But he's gonna learn a lot. He's gonna learn a lot on the Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. School and church, Sunday school. The landlord versus the tenant. Looks like the rent is due. Section 21 notices pending at it.
Oh my days.
Section 21's pending.
Or is there an eviction happening?
I mean,
what's going on?
the thing that this is one of the things I find most interesting about this on the card. Like you said, not only is TALI sort of an unorthodox opponent and someone that is very difficult to stand in front of, this is also his league, my stage, my home, my event. I'm paying you for this shit. Like it's very rare that you get league owner battler, you know, or not very rare, but you know, those battles are few and far between. So you can get some, you know, Tech has just won the process tournament, you know, the tryout tournament essentially. He's become the champion. Tech is talking hella confident, like you said, maybe verging on, you know, crossing over that line of disrespect from time to time. I think, you know, he does give TALI props, and he is sounding as though, you know, perhaps this isn't the challenge that he should be looking at it as.
He's talking like that, yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's very confident in what he does.
Yeah, there's certain people you don't talk crap to, man, and he's one of them because he takes it. So he's plugging in my phone, man, before it dies. And then, yeah, he takes stuff very personally, man. He's like a few of us out here, like we're former hotheads, man. We don't like to talk certain mess.
He has seemed to have reacted to, yeah, he does seem to have, you know, taken offense to, or not taken offense, but just been ignited.
I see TALI talking. So, you know, certain man, you just don't want him talking. You want him to stay quiet. He's one of them, man. Like, don't. But I'm looking forward to see Techie live, man, because he looks good on camera.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing him live someday, man.
Very energetic performer. He, you know, so Troy says, luckily the caretaker's on hand to clean up after. Barry says, Mr. Caretaker, I may be calling you to clean up for clean up on landing number 1, for real. That it may be that. Tech is someone who's, you know, talked a lot about I shake rooms, I shake buildings, but you know, you know, this is
kind of rooms he's talking about.
This is going to be the biggest stage, the biggest card, the biggest event. You know, this is different. I also think Tech sometimes can come off a little complacent. I think I've seen sometimes this complacency get the best of him a little bit. It hasn't gone necessarily the way he thought it was going to go. But again, he's never had to write to this level of opponent. This means so much to him. Like this opportunity, he's been watching. Like TALI is someone, you know, he's watched over the years. Is someone, you know, he enjoys watching. Dragonfly.
I hope he learned a few things against Hulk, man. Because Hulk can be a tricky opponent as well, man. So yeah, TALI is a step up from Hulk. But, you know, still Hulk is probably the best opponent that he's had. You know what I mean?
And that
see how it goes. We'll see how it goes for him. I got confidence in a lot of the who people consider the new era guys doing well, man. Because you don't this opportunity came a lot sooner than any of them thought they would. They haven't even had the chance to fight amongst themselves. You know what I mean? And now they're fighting on the best card since 2 to 3 years, man.
Yeah.
So they've done good for themselves, man.
Absolutely. And they're really selling these fights as well. So if they come and deliver, if they come and bite as hard as they've barked, then oh my goodness, you know, the battles that we're going to get from this, and then on from this, you know, storylines will be building from this event, and fights will happen after this, not literal fights after the card, but you know, matchups will be made, I'm sure, following storylines and shit that happened tonight. So not tonight, 24th and 25th of July. That's how in the energy I am. I'm there.
You're ready for it now, mate. You're ready, man. You're ready.
That's it. I'm already there mentally. But yeah, I've already put the link in the video description. I can't put it in the comments until we end the live stream, but I will do that as well. So if you're watching now and you haven't got a ticket yet, go to the description, hit the like above the description, then go and hit the link for the tickets in there and go and purchase tickets for both days, for all, you know, you and your people. Don't miss out. But yeah, that wraps it up. I think, you know, we've kind of anyone want to say any final words about that?
You know,
I'm good.
I'm just looking.
Thanks for having me on.
I just
talk.
Sorry, bro. I just hope that, you know, everybody involved, all the battlers, all like do their best to put on that the most elite level performance and bring the most elite level material they can. Because I personally believe if we can have the type of event where it is just back to back crazy moments, crazy battles, this could be one of them kind of catalysts for how big this can be going forward, isn't it? Like, I feel like there's been a certain shade to the game missing, and this card is that shade, and is full of the amount of people that can make it be a good variety for people watching. So I'm just hoping that everybody involved does their thing, fam. Like, that's what I'm here for, innit? Whoever's involved, hope you do your
I agree, man, because I think, listen, like, this league can change the game, man. Like, this league can be like the premier battle league in the country, man. Easily. There's too much energy coming from down there. And it's ex-battlers running it. It's ex-league people running it. You got vets in here running it. You got the new guy. All the recipe is there, man.
Yeah.
All the recipe is there, mate. We ain't gonna go nowhere, mate. The other man wanna come, let them come down there, mate. London's open, mate.
Straight.
That's the energy. That's the energy it is, mate. You know what I mean? We're not being the away team anymore. We've done that for 4 or 5 years now.
This is the Mecca now, bro. Fuck you talking about?
The Mecca. I like it.
This is the Mecca now.
I like it. All right. Well, it's nearly. Yeah, you're gonna jump off now. Thank you so much.
I'm out.
Thank you so much. It was great chopping it up with you. I know I've been hounding you in the DMs for.
Yeah, I've just been busy, man. But
I appreciate
available.
that.
I'm available tomorrow. I'm available Tuesday. So
tell me.
I'm just in the dojo working. So
let me know when you can do, and I'll work something around that. If you can do sort of, I think most evenings from 10 are free, if that's not too late for you. It's only going to be about half an hour, but I do have
fine, man. We can do it tomorrow evening. It's cool. Calm.
Okay, wicked. All right, let me write that down. Thank you so much, Joker.
I salute you, my brother.
Yeah. Calm.
Yeah, man. I'll catch you on the bro. I've heard you're talking spicy, mate. I won't say too much more, man. But I've heard.
Say no more, my brother. I'll see you soon, bro.
Take care, man.
Yeah.
Salute, Joker. Paris says, "Oh, you guys, much love, man. Seriously, we love you, and the support is appreciated." No, of course, man. Joker's talking facts, like River's talking facts, like Mecca shit, like, you know.
That's what it is.
This card, this energy, you know. After
when I battled Chris Lees in Manchester, I said to him, there's 2.5 people in Manchester, which by equivalent is the size of how much people there are in Jamaica, little island Jamaica. Yeah, there's 10.5 to 11 million people in London. Understand? Come on, bro. What we doing?
Yeah, it's different. And yeah, the energy around this card is different. Like Paris says, the era versus era dynamic of it. You've got this hungry new class. You've got, battlers who maybe not quite vets. Great's been around for a significant period. Then you've got guys, you know, who have been outside since there wasn't outside to be outside. Absolute, you know, vets, unmistakable.
Then you got them hustle tail wolves that people try to avoid. You know what I mean? They'll put money up, and if you don't put money up, you don't want to battle them because they're just serious with it. I mean, the landscape's a bit crazy right now.
For real. I think Joker mentioned a great point, you know, legacy, you know, vets don't, you know, the older eras as well, you know, they don't want to come and get slapped around. Especially, like I said, and I'm using this derogatory, I'm using this as a slur, especially if you're battling one of the COVID crop.
Yeah.
You don't want them to come and slap you around at your link up with all, where you come to link up with all your mandem and, like Joker said, go down memory lane, you know. So yeah, exciting. And I think as well, the card itself and all this energy, word of the day, surrounding it is going to, I think you can speak to this, I guess you're the only last battler standing. The motivation that adds to you wanting to do well, wanting to, you know, elevate, wanting to beat your opponent, but also stand out on the card.
What do you mean, like the legacy thing?
Not just, no, like just the actual energy and hype. So the card itself.
Okay, yeah. So
basically, the card, the platform.
Think about this year. I'd say this is the best way I could describe it, Jen. Yeah. It wouldn't have mattered who I was battling once I saw the card and who was on the card, because I'm just looking at it like this is a showcase, and like on the night somebody will be getting credit. It won't matter who they battled. Yeah. And if that person gets credit, it won't be mattering who they battled. It will just matter what they did, how they did it, how it was done, the technicality of it or whatever in it. So to me, I'm looking at it like every man on this card needs to understand the level that they should be trying to push themselves to. You know what I mean? Like, as much as you're researching your opponent and all this type of shit, you got Tony D on the card. You better fucking do some Tony D research also. You better watch everything. You better understand what kind of vibration is going to be happening in this building and figure out how you're going to be part of it. That's the way I see it. Like, if you put it like this here, imagine you tell Tyrone Teal Hat that he's going on Gnome, yeah? And he's looking around and they're showing him the card and all this type of stuff. He knows he's not just competing with like Snake Eyes or whoever they give him. He's competing with Romney. He's competing with Geechee Guy. He's competing with Hitman Holla. He's competing with the top level. And he may not be able to attain the level that them man they're on, but if he can try to move towards that, it's only going to elevate him above whatever level he would have been on for his battle.
That was such a limp wrist. What did I just do? Oh, that did not look impressive. Whatever I just did.
You need to tense something.
Yeah, like quick. Sorry, I don't know. What was that? Oh, that was so weak. Salute. CEO NYHD. Look at that. I got out the name first time. Salute to you. Yeah, limp wrist, but my tongue works. So wrapping up that card. I think I've said wrapping up that card like 4 times now. But yeah, we do want to wrap up. But I do want to touch on Prem quickly, briefly mention, unless there's anything else that we need to chop up.
No, but what was you going to say about Prem?
Premier Battles, is that cryptic social media post.
Oh yeah, the little symbolization.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, to be honest, but I got my eyes on it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Glory gang. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Right, well, we'll wait for updates and developments on that. Meanwhile, Prem still have the undisclosed 3 event going down in Manny. in a date that I'm not going to remember unless I bring up my calendar, and even then I may well have got it wrong. So let me have a look. We've got Home Invasion coming up on the, I think, 31st, and the undisclosed card is on the 20. That's not right.
7th, was it not?
I'm
sure
it was on the 27th of June.
No, I'm sure it was like 7 days after the.
Oh yes, I think you're quite right. Which
Gab, is it? So that makes it like the 5th?
After the No Loose Chat event.
After, so yeah, it makes it like the 12th or something, or the 2nd or some shit, right?
I don't even know. I don't even know what a mess I've made of trying to tell you when that event is, when I could have just gone and looked at the flyer.
Lost them before you started.
I could have just gone and looked at the flyer, which I will do. But yeah, the scene is looking healthy.
There's a lot going on.
A lot going on. And I'm sure there's an awful lot going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. We're not privy to. I'm sure everyone's working hard. The work doesn't stop here. I'm sure for No Loose Chat, this is, one event, but they've obviously got the process tournament, the second process tournament coming up. I believe applications are still open for that. So if you are someone who is sitting at home watching this and you think you got bars, maybe you've never battled before. Maybe you've never even really thought about battling before.
Oh, no, let's do this right. Maybe you think I'm trash and you think you can't battle. I'm smoking.
Right.
There's this little thing you can join up to called a process. You run through the bunch of dickheads or whatever, yeah, and then you just get to someone like me and then you can smoke me and take everything. You understand? Come on. I'm waiting.
That's
join the
simple.
process. You know what I mean?
That's simple. But yeah. I think that's going to be it from Sunday Roast today. What I'm going to do some promo. Hit the like here, share, subscribe, all of that good algorithm stuff. But also subscribe to me on Caffeine, London Gen, all one word, 3 N's on the Gen. You know how that goes over on Caffeine. Generally Speaking is coming. Let me see if I've got some artwork in here. Yes, I do. Of course I do. This is Generally Speaking. This will be over on Caffeine. There's my gorgeous new logo. Shout out.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful, right? Shout out. It's the ref, Brandon. Much love to you. Such a professional, so easy to work with, and makes amazing graphics. This is my crappy little picture that I really liked, and he just made it work, even though it shouldn't work. But yeah, Caffeine, Generally Speaking. So I'm going to be doing all sorts of things on Generally Speaking. There'll be interviews, there'll be kind of panel shows where a bunch of people come and chop it up. I think Wednesday night after the URL primetime show, I'm going to have Kid Slade and Elijah Straight on from the UM4 tournament. I think I also have Breezy on at the same night. If you don't know about Breezy, check her out on Queen of the Ring sparring sessions, battles. She also got to debut on the last Heir to the Throne event, although the battle was aired on Sunday versus ABZ. Dope battle. She's a dope artist. She's someone that you're gonna see and hear from her. Certainly on the come up, and I can't wait to hear from her. I'm also go and eat your roast. Salute, Troy. I will in a little bit. I'm also doing my era versus era interviews over there on Caffeine. I'll be doing those. I will probably stream to YouTube at the same time. I haven't quite decided yet, but definitely I want support on Caffeine. I want to establish a presence on Caffeine outside of obviously I already have the Verified Source show, which I co-host on Battle Rap Trap with T.I. the Henny Man and Will Spiff. Shout out the Trappers. We'll be back lit tomorrow, Monday to Thursday, 5 p.m. UK time, 12 noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. Pacific. ish. Yes, because I'm going backwards as well. And
Work out the mathematics.
yeah, no, I normally know it 9, 12, and 5, and I said 5 first.
Okay.
But yeah, so lots of dope content coming up. I appreciate everyone. Trust me, I appreciate everyone who supports, everyone who watches. Tea and Crumpets. Tea and Crumpets will be back 18th of July. We may do some impromptu lives coming up in the week. We don't know what we'll have coming up, but when we are back on the 18th of July, we are going to have a packed show for you. That's me, Jay Thinks, and Paris One, or Paris. Me, Jay Thinks, and Paris. Tea and Crumpets will be back. Go and follow and subscribe to the Tea and Crumpets. There's link in my bio. There's also a link at the home page, London Jen.
Vote for Jen for Blogger of the Year. Yeah, you heard it here first. Hashtag Blogger of the Year for Jen.
No bias.
No bias,
I'm
Listen,
sure.
I'm not even saying this because I'm here. Like there was just flyers everywhere on the way here that was saying it.
I'll pay you on the way
streets.
out. I'll pay you on the way out.
Say no more.
Thanks for that. Yeah, so lots of content coming on, and really appreciate everyone's support. I got a dope shout out today, super unexpected, from the absolute legend, the vet that is Minnesota Luke. Picked me as one of 13 people who would make a great judge.
Yeah,
that was super flattering, humbling, big honor. Like the names as well that I was up there against, like considering I'm a year in, it was super motivating and inspiring. So yeah, I just want to keep, doing what I'm doing. He spoke about my passion, and yeah, I'm definitely passionate about this. If you know me, I love this shit. Can't help it.
Listen. Also, don't forget to tell them the Cash App and all that is coming very soon. If you want to donate to the London Gen movement, and you could have your own input and all of that, is very much welcome. You understand? Hustle Tail, we love all of that. So feel free. You understand? That will be up next week. That right down there, as it says follow Jen, it'll be down there too.
Oh, it is London Gen. It is. I think
yeah?
#, and not hashtag American pound, but UK
English
#.
Okay.
London Gen.
Alternatively, # Hustle Tail, all capitals, and you can donate to the cause.
There you go. There you go.
You know what I mean?
But I think that's it for another epic roast. 2 hours 40 minutes. How do we do it? The time goes so fast.
You know what it is? This is like,
and all we did was irreversible. I say all. Look at that word. All we did, as though, yeah.
That's the equivalent of doing 2 cards. What is going on?
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, we are out for tonight, and we hope you're gonna join us next week. Big up to you, Troy. I will go and eat my roast now. Thank you. I'm going to go and make some gravy, potentially, and then eat the roast. Because what the hell is a roast without gravy? Gravy is an essential component. Anyway, let me not talk about gravy, because...
Gravy gang.
Yeah, and I could talk too long about gravy. But yeah, back next week, Sunday. Salute to everyone tuning in. If you haven't hit the like already, do it on the way out. Support, share, all of that good stuff. We